What, boys and girls? Yes, this is a Tuesday night live. Hasn't well, we haven't done a Tuesday night live for a while. Question. Whoever's joining, question is: will we have a solution by end of the year? Now we've heard the ROC president saying this, but we've also recently heard the foreign minister on the north say that it couldn't be further away from the truth. So who knows what and what's going to happen? Is our president right? Will we have some sort of framework for a solution by the end of the year? Doesn't really make sense to me. And I don't see why not. And I'm not too sure why the foreign minister on the north wouldn't agree to that. I do know that they could be anti-solution, that's for sure, on the north. Not everybody, definitely not the prime minister or the president. But the foreign minister, I think he's always had that issue of not wanting a solution and rather wanting a two-state. So who do we believe? That is the question at the moment. Will we have a solution by end of the year? You know, at the very least, I think if we work hard on it, the United Nations on board, Turkey's on board, and the guarantors are on board, I think we'll have a framework by the end of the year for sure. I think there'll be an understanding and a way to move forward on it. So that's my thought. I'm going to let the live go out, guys. If you've got thoughts on this, please share it in the comments and I'll read them out. And if you are here, let me know if you can hear me, because guess what TikTok's done? It's changed the layout again. Thank you for the likes, Mr. Suvla. Appreciate it, man. What do you think, man? Do you think we'll have a solution by the end of the year? If you can hear me, just give me a little thumbs up as well. Yes, it is a Tuesday night live. Why not, right? I haven't done a Tuesday night for ages, man. Mr. Suvla, is that a nope you can't hear me? Because then that would mean that you can hear me. Or is it a nope that we will have a solution by the end of the year? So I'm guessing that it's a no to a solution by the end of the year. Why, man? Why is our president saying that he's very hopeful for this window of opportunity? Why is Christodoulidis saying that? I mean, what does he know that we don't know? And what kind of meetings are they having having behind closed doors? That's the question. Oh, you can hear me. Thank you, Red. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to make sense of it, to be honest with you, because it's always we're always in a situation where we're so close yet so far. I think we've been in that situation for 50 years. There's been progress on the north, and then we've slowed down on the south, and now vice versa. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know if anyone heard me. The foreign minister of the TRNC last week, Friday, said that he doesn't see a solution anywhere near. Now, I'm guessing he's referring to a BBF, a federal solution, which is what's on the table anyway. And I'm guessing that he does want a two-state solution. So, of course, he's going to naturally say that he is far away from a solution, because that is not the solution we're talking about. Panop, this one going on till late, isn't it? Because I'm out. Are you out, Panop, or are you out? Regardless, we'll see how it goes. I ain't got a bedtime tonight. Might go till 11, maybe midnight. We'll see. And it was unfair that you started while I was out. Yeah, Panop, listen, you're number one fan, bro. You know, sometimes I go live just for you. You know that. Yeah, you're VIP in here. We will try and stay out for you. But you got to tell us where you're going. Anyway, nice? You going on a date? You're going for some... Like, yeah, I mean, it all depends, right? It depends where you're going and what you're doing, you know? So... we've got a nice little Tuesday night live. Why not, right? I haven't done it for a very long time. Ayos I don't know how to say that, man. My eyes are really bad, sorry. How are we going to have solution by end of the year? Well, the solution's already there, Ayos. The solution is already there. It's a bizonal, bicommunal federation. It's the only solution that we're talking about. It's the only one that the United Nations is talking about. And it's the only one that's plausible, fortunately or unfortunately. It's the only one that we can talk about right now. And the solution's been there for many years. It's been on the table. We've discussed it. We've negotiated it. We've come very close in 2017, Crans-Montana. We almost had a solution back then. And We effed it up. Yes, Michael. How you doing, Michael? Welcome, man. Someone just requested. I guess that was an accident. No problem. Very important panel. Yeah, VVIP. Very, very important panel. I see Snoozy Who's in the building. I haven't seen Snoozy Who's for a very long time. Hope you're well, mate. Let's see. Your eyes. You want to get the head check out. Wow. Snoozy Who's with the compliments as usual, man. You love those compliments. Yeah, my eyes are not good when I'm not wearing glasses, and what happens to the live is it goes dark to save battery. So the way I'm seeing it right now, I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but I'm seeing it really dark screen. So when the white and the dark background mixes, it makes your eyes go a bit funny, especially when the comments are moving. Kem solution impossible when you've got all foreign armies in Cyprus. Well, I mean, they're just visiting Kem. You know, how many actual sovereign bases have we got? One, and that is the UK. And God knows how UK managed to get that sovereign base. I think a lot of people know my views on that. That shouldn't be there. It's amazing how there's a country within a country. If you're going to say that there's military on the north, yes, there is, but these aren't official. You know, none of these military bases are official. We've heard the French coming, yes, but where's their sovereign land? You know, a base can easily come and it can easily go. Evening, Michael. I haven't heard from you for ages, man. I hope you're good. Nigoletta. Oops. What's the oops for? Ios is saying, yeah, I mean, how is it going to happen realistically by end of the year? Well, I don't think it will happen fully by the end of the year, but I think we'll have a roadmap for us to see and understand. And I think potentially and realistically, if everything looks good and checks out, then what are we wasting time for? What is the time wasting? I mean, we're going to sign something and we're going to get it done. The borders are already open. It will take a long time for the country to actually fit into a federation, but nothing will really change immediately anyway. Once there is a solution, I think what we'll see is a very light, gradual process that will allow it to open up. You're right, Kim.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Yeah. Welcome to the panel.
Yeah, I hope there is a solution. Hopefully one day we will have solution.
Yeah. Are you a goalkeeper?
I was a goalkeeper coach. I'm a goalkeeper coach now. Yeah, I used to play professionally.
Okay.
Now
I thought
I'm a
I was
coach.
seeing things. I can see goalkeeper gloves on your picture, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm a coach now.
Okay.
I do coaching.
Okay, man. I think I don't know if we've spoken before.
I think, yeah, I'm originally from Akrotiri.
Oh, you're joking.
I was born in Akrotiri, yeah.
Wait, so you were born in Akrotiri. So what are you, well, where are you now? And what happened? Why did you leave?
Well, you know why. The reason is because of the war.
Yeah.
So I left in 75. So I'm originally from Paramali. You know Paramali?
No.
Akrotiri. After Akrotiri, next village is Paramali, where the English bases are.
Towards Paphos or towards Limassol?
Towards Paphos.
Ah, okay, got you, yeah.
So it's about 2 miles. And then after the war, we had to move to the north. And from north, straight here.
Wow. So were you in the war? I mean, you must have been a baby. But...
So what happened was, when the war started in the south, all the Turks had to come into the English bases.
Mm-hmm.
And we was not in the war because we was in the English bases.
Okay.
But we could hear everything, where we were, all the bombs and everything. So
that was my question, because you said Akrotiri, so you were living in the British.
Yeah, I was in British bases. Yeah, I had a British passport, so we was in British bases. But we still had to move. I think we made a mistake. We should have stayed there. We shouldn't.
Why did you move?
I don't know, the older generation, because I was only about 7-year-old, 8-year-old by then.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of mistakes. I think they made a decision to go to north had to come to south. It's all mixed up, basically. Then 87, I went to Cyprus again to play football there in Greek side. Well, I say Greek side, Salamina. I spent 3 months there. Then I played Salamina here for a few years in UK, and I'm coaching professionally now.
Oh, well done, man. At least you're still connected to the whole Cyprus football
Oh yeah, yeah,
situation.
always.
Wow, that's.
I try to find a solution.
I'll be honest with you, Kem. I call you Kem. I'm guessing your name is Kemal, yeah.
Kemal, yeah.
I have never spoken to someone who was living on the British basis during '74. You're the
Yeah,
first
I
guy.
was in there. I was at British
Do you
bases.
remember what that was like, or?
It was everybody. There was about 30,000 moved into the bases. It was a nice thing. It was not nice. It was not nice at all.
I mean, is that because of the Brits or because of what happened? How were the
What
Brits?
happened? No, nothing to do with Brits. No, what happened because of the war.
Okay, I understand.
It wasn't a good experience, and I'll be honest with you, I never ever want to see a war again, especially in Cyprus.
What kind of solution do you want to see?
Also, on Cyprus.
So
The solution, when we say solution, we got a lot of countries involved now. You got Israelis, you got French, you got Americans, Turkish army. It's not going to be impossible. I mean, we still got land there. We haven't sold our land in Greek side. We got land there. We can go move there anytime we want, basically.
you still have your stuff there. Nothing's been touched, or
No, nothing has been touched. No,
that's
I
good.
visit every year.
You still have the I don't know how you say it in Turkish. The Koçan.
Koçan, we still got the Koçan. My dad's Gumbaro lives in our house.
Oh, amazing.
We got the grapes there. So nothing has been touched really.
Wow. So you visit it, or?
Well, I go North Cyprus, but I stay Greek side every year because of my Gumbaro.
Bravo.
Because my best man is Greek from UK.
Yeah.
So he moved back to Cyprus. He lives in Limassol.
This is just the kind of stuff I like to hear, man. You know me.
Yeah. It's not nice thing, Greeks, Turks, whatever it is, what we fighting for. We're here another 10, 20 years, 30 years.
I've got a few questions for you, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Because again, I've never spoken to anyone at Kateri. So when things started happening in 1960s with the intercommunal violence, let's call it.
Yeah.
Were you affected in Akatiri, or were you protected by?
We were protected by the English army.
So you didn't see nothing, you didn't move?
No, we didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing. They just moved to our village, basically. As you know, the war started in South Side first.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had to move to English bases. So then, the history, you know what's happened after that.
Yeah, I mean, 74, you mean?
Yeah, 74.
Yeah, I mean, so 74, so before 74, you were in the bases, even with the violence that was happening, as we know about, localized people, Greeks, Turks, Cypriots, English, everybody.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You guys were fine. And do you know how many Turkish Cypriots were roughly living in Akatiri?
At Akatiri, it was 260 at the time.
Only 260 people?
Yes.
You're joking, man. That's exclusive, huh?
260 and 300, but then the war, there was about over 30,000.
30,000 Turkish Cypriots?
All tent. There was Turkish Cypriots all living in the tent.
And they were safe?
They was all safe, yeah.
Wow, I've never heard this before, man. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
Yeah, everyone was safe.
Do you remember what it was like under British protection? Were they treating you well, or?
You know what Brits are like. They play two ways. Yeah, they treated us really well, but then there's stories that I hear say like the Greeks had sheep, goats, so they blame the Turks, but English was doing all the problems, Or Turks had the sheep, they say Greek nicked it. So I think it all started with them, to be honest with you.
No, of course, they're the ones who caused the problems. Otherwise,
that's what I believe. That's what my dad says. Yeah, that's what my dad said. There is I need to find and send it to you one day, because my dad's partner was a Greek, and all he talks about the Turks.
Yeah.
How good we used to get on, and then my dad was saying the same thing.
Most people say the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're always gonna find Turks that hates Greeks. You're gonna find Greeks that hates Turks.
In your experience, because I say this all the time, no one believes me. What's the percentage of those people?
In UK, maybe 1%, maybe not even there. In UK,
Rare.
in North Cyprus, if you look at North Cyprus now, all the young population there is no hate. There's
No, what? Sorry.
like young population in North Cyprus.
Yeah.
There is no hate or anything.
Oh, I see.
Some Cypriots, a lot of Turkish Cypriots, they just want to be with Greeks.
Yeah.
There is
I can easily say at least 70% of that population, because they voted Erdogan, want a solution, want a federation. So that says to me that you obviously don't dislike the South.
no. Not many people that dislikes it. No, not many. A lot of people is okay.
Okay. And what about the South in your experience? How many?
Well, when we said yes, they said no. I reckon about 25%.
Okay. High but manageable.
Sorry,
50. I say 15.
50.
50%.
15, 1-5.
Yeah. 15. 15's better. I think 25 is quite
Yeah,
high.
it's
but-
too much. 20. Yeah, you're right. It's 25 is too much. I say about 15.
Yeah. Let's say, I'm thinking that I agree. I would
I mean,
say
same
20.
is same is North Cyprus. So 20% hate the Turkey. So I don't know what Greek side is. So it's there is always going to be an issue.
Yeah. But when we say hate, what do we mean though, guys? I mean, we
Well,
just.
some people say they wish they was never there. Some people say that, well, it's not a hate, but some people say that it used to be better before 74. Because in 74, if you take the war out, we used to get on very well. The doors was open. There was nothing was happening. But you try to live in North Cyprus, that there's a lot of issues happening. Shooting, casinos, mafias. It's unbearable. There's casinos everywhere now,
Whereas
and
every day we're talking about a solution by the end of the year, there's not going to be one. Swear to God.
I think the solution
Switch the
can
account again, yeah? Switched it up again.
solution can
I've
only
always
be.
wanted unity. I've always pushed for
Man,
unity.
shut up, man. You just full of shit, man. Honestly.
Anyway, so look, I have to go. Have a nice show, and I will join you very soon.
Thank you, Kemal.
And
Stick
good
around.
luck. Good. I know you're trying very hard, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, mate.
See
Stick
you,
around
Kemal.
and listen if you can. Listen to the content.
Thank you. I will.
All right, mate. Cheers.
As
Cheers.
soon as you come, Tom, all the good people start dropping.
Get off my dick, Michael, please.
Tom, you've changed your picture and your name. I'm guessing you're the guy that we always speak to.
Yeah, I'm the regular Tom. I'm the regular Tom.
Okay. What happened, Michael?
I'm not even on the mad thing no more. Before I was trying to be an agitator. Now I'm just trying to push for peace.
Peace for who? We don't know if you're Greek, if you're Turkish, if you're Jewish. We don't know where you're coming
Is
from.
my lineage relevant?
Yeah, it is. You claim to be a Turk and you claim to be a Greek, but you're neither.
Pardon?
Talking to Tom. Tom's claimed to be Greek and Turkish, but he doesn't
I've
want to
got
disclose
Michael.
what he really is.
I've got love for
You know,
both the
that's
Greek
why
and the Turk.
how do you say that word? You know, when like people study your face.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, darling. Carry on.
That's why that's important. I'm not gonna get into it though. I'm tired.
I
Anyways,
completely missed it.
today, I went past, a souvlaki, them trucks, and I was like, let me go get a souvlaki. Spoke to a chap there. He was Cypriot. He hasn't been back to Cyprus in over 10 years now. He's actually looking to go into the military in the UK.
What?
And I said to him, actually Cyprus pays actually better now, not military wise, because back then they only paid €100 a month. But I'm talking trade wise, like there's people out in Cyprus now, especially in the Limassol area, especially in the electrician industry, where they actually pay like €2,500 a month. And obviously the tax over there is much different to the tax over here. So he was quite surprised about that. But anyways, he said in not exact words, he said, it's such a night, like it's so refreshing. When we start to get into the political side of things, it's so refreshing to meet a female. He said woman, but let me just say female.
Politically correct it, yeah.
Yeah, a female that
Darling, you look
actually
Vietnamese,
cares
yeah, you
about
look-
my country and respects my country and knows exactly what the country needs. That's what he said to me. That was my experience today with a Cypriot.
Did you
And
ask
you know-
him what solution he wants?
He didn't even have to say anything. I already told him, like, it's simple. This and this. That's it. And that's what made him say
You
that
tell
comment.
us.
I told you 100% of the land belongs to Cyprus Greek Cypriots. That basically means that when the land belongs to the Cypriot
As you
side,
can
the
see,
Greek
she
side,
changed her tune.
that just
My
basically
parents
means that
kinda
all of the rest of the 37%
How can
need
you
to
get this
abide by
lady
the
up here?
laws
She's
of
a
the Cypriot
racist.
Republic.
Hey
That's
guys, she's a racist, yeah? Last time she was up here last week, she goes, yeah, you need to get rid of all the Turks of Ireland. She's just a racist. She's a fascist.
Did she actually
How
say
can you
that?
take this lady? How can you take this lady serious, mate? For God's
I don't,
sake, she's
I
a
don't think anyone
racist.
else do.
She's not even
Did you
Cypriot.
call me
She's fucking from
Turkish?
Indonesia. You're from Indonesia, aren't you? You're not
I'm
even
not
Cypriot.
Indonesian.
What are you, Singaporean?
I'm not Singaporean either.
Oh, well, you're not. Yeah, well, you're not from Cyprus. You're not Cypriot. So
I never said I
what
was.
gives you the right? What gives you the right to say that the Greeks owned the island?
Well, the right
Turks have been
is
there for Turks have been there for hundreds of years.
no, they invade. Yeah, okay, fine, but they invaded
Yeah,
that part
that's
of
right.
it.
Why did we? Yeah, okay. Why did we invade
Exactly.
it? Why?
Okay,
Tell me
they
what's
Why do you
invaded
think
it.
it's,
So then we
Why
want
did
to
Turks
take
come
it
in
back.
there?
with
That's all we
you?
want to do.
Turks come in
We
there
just
for
want
2
back the
years.
land.
Come on. You're a racist, darling.
Okay.
You are a
All right.
fascist. You're a
Yeah.
I
racist.
understand. I understand why you want to be
You're a
Greek.
racist.
I do
All right.
understand why you want to be Greek. Because ancient Greek history is very rich.
Absolutely.
They're
But
the
it doesn't
father
mean
of
I want to
medicine.
be Greek.
No,
I
you
never
do,
said I want to
sweetheart.
be
You do,
Greek.
Gukla. You do. You do.
Pardon?
You do. Gukla, you do. You wish
You're
to be
saying that
Greek.
I wish I was Greek.
Of course you do. And I
Darling,
understand why, because
everybody's
they've got
got
a very
Greek
rich
roots.
history. They've got a
Everybody,
very rich
absolutely.
history.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
But you
And
need
I'm
to
the
love
one that
yourself,
represents that
Gukla.
history.
Gukla,
I'm the
you
one that
need to
stands
love
up for that
yourself,
history.
please.
Tommy, how
I'm
can
the
you
one
say
that
that when
takes
you're an
action
ethnic
on that
Greek, with an
history.
ethnic Greek saying that
And
it's
I
just
love
rubbish?
me.
that is the
Please.
difference.
Please, Guklamo, please.
Yeah.
One day, look in the
Ohi
mirror and just say, I
kuklamo.
love myself.
Su
Please.
ohi
I
ne
understand.
kuklamo.
I
Ohi
understand why you
ohi.
want to be Greek. They've got a very rich history. They're the father of medicine, the father of philosophy, all of the great disciplines of the world that we know today. I understand why you want to be Greek. I understand.
Oh, thank you, Jan. I actually feel flattered right now.
I understand. It's the truth, Sofo. It's the truth. I understand why she wants to be Greek, but, you know, it wasn't her destiny to be Greek. It just wasn't your destiny, Guklamo. This is something you need to learn to digest. Okay? Love yourself, please. Love yourself. You know who you remind me of?
She's a
Valentina
hater.
Gomez.
She's a Turk hater. She's a
You
Turk
remind me of
hater.
Valentina Gomez because
That's
she
what she
often
is.
comes onto
She's
platforms,
a gamoto.
whether it's the Piers Morgan show or God knows whatever platform, and says awful things about other groups of people. You can still love yourself.
I've never said
without
anything bad
despising-
about
without
Turkish
despising other
groups of
people.
people. I have never said anything bad
Without despising
bad
other
about the
people.
Turkish people. I said I love the Turkish
You did
people.
last week. You
I
did,
have
girl.
Turkish
Yeah, last week
friends.
you said
I have said
we
that
should get
before.
rid of them all.
So what are you
What's that
talking
say?
That's all I
about?
wanted to
You should
say.
kill them all.
That's all I
Yeah, well
wanted to
then
say. Good,
then
Glamour.
I don't know what you're
Seriously.
saying then. Yeah,
Please
okay,
love
seriously.
yourself. Please love yourself, okay? And
Do you
stop
think,
despising
Jan,
other
if
people.
you look at me, you think that when I don't look in the mirror, I don't love myself?
Well, why
what
are you
you
saying
think?
such horrible things about Turkish people? Why?
I've never said anything horrible about Turkish people.
You just said that you don't want to see a unified island. Many of us
I never
Cypriots,
said
whether we're
that. Somebody
Turkish-
asked me for the solution, and I told them I gave you them the solution. So why are you making this up? I didn't say that.
Yeah, but what you're saying is
What did you say
worse.
last week?
You said that we should get rid of all
I
the Turks.
said,
Ender just
I
made a
said
good
last
point
week.
there.
I
Ender just
said
made a
last
good
week.
point.
It doesn't mean, okay, fine, you don't need to kick the Turkish out. But the remaining 30% of the land
You said that last week. You said
needs
let's
to
kick all the
be
Turks out of
in
Ireland. Did you
ownership
say that or
of
not?
Cyprus.
Did you say
That's
that or
it.
not last week?
That's what
You
I said.
Kick all the Turks out from the island. You said that.
Exactly, I said
You
that.
were saying
I remember
very
what I
bad
said.
things last week. You were saying horrendous things.
No, I wasn't.
Why don't you just
If
go
that's
back
what
to
you think.
Vietnam?
Because
Jan,
obviously,
Ender, can I say something?
you've been saying
I
certain things that I
can I
haven't
say
even
something?
said. So
Can I
you're
say
now
something?
painting a picture saying that I said some horrible things about the Turkish people. Do you think I will ever say horrible things about the Turkish people like that?
You said it last week.
Like that?
You said
Listen,
it last week.
Even if
Ender,
I did.
Ender,
I'll be
Come
like,
down.
okay, you know what?
Come
Politically,
down,
you
man.
guys
Please.
are
Ender, she's a
taking
troll,
into
bruv.
sugar,
Come
Don't get
down.
wound up by a
you know,
troll.
with the
Listen.
My Viking's right,
diabetes.
you know. My
Come
Viking's
All
right.
the
down.
sweets that
She's
can't
trolling,
come
man. Why you got
from
to
like
chat?
the
Can't be
Turkish
You know
trolling.
Americans.
she's
Like
I
there's
don't
trolling.
know
new
why
like
you guys are
standards of
giving
like
any
amount of sugar
attention
that
to
they
this
put into
person.
food.
You're right, Ken. You're right. You're
Guys,
right.
You know,
I don't know
so
why
You're
you
right.
guys are giving any attention to this person. She's just a
Put
young
the
woman.
filter.
That's it.
Or how
You
they
just
speak
got
Turkish.
you just got her own opinion.
I see what you mean. I know who you're
Yes.
talking about, Jan, about
I think I
Valentina.
do.
I don't see
Can you
myself like
guys
her.
stop it?
No,
Don't
I
give her a
don't.
platform. Don't give
But
her
that's
a
all I want to
platform.
say. That's all I wanted to
Listen,
say.
Yeah.
she can
Well, you've
say
said what you have to say
she can
now.
say
That's
whatever
okay.
she wants.
Bye bye.
But what
She
you
can say
said is
whatever
not
she
correct,
wants.
and it's not true.
She's
I
saying
didn't say
her own
anything horrible about
opinion,
the Turkish people.
and her
But don't even
opinion,
try it.
her opinion is shit. You know that. I know it. Don't
Yeah.
give
Her
her any.
opinion doesn't align with Greek Cypriots.
Yeah,
It's her own opinion.
yeah. It's her opinion. You know, somebody said opinions are like an asshole. Everyone's got one, so she's got one as well. So what? She can think
Her
whatever
mouth's
she
an
wants.
arsehole. She's got two assholes. She's got her mouth and her
Yeah, well,
backside.
just let her say whatever she wants to say.
Fucking talking shit. That's what she is.
You guys are giving a platform. Let her say. Just go and Lynn, say
Yeah, but
whatever
she
you
comes
want.
up here, she talks too much. She just
Yeah,
babbles
let
on,
her talk.
babbles on.
Ender,
Talk.
let her talk. She's just a young woman, right?
It's no excuse, young woman or old woman.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
She's good. Yeah, you see? You take her seriously. Yeah, what a lovely voice you
Have a
got.
look at her.
What a lovely voice you got. Can you sing a little bit more? Just sing a little bit more. Sing the Greek the Zorba. That's it. That's it. Carry on. Don't
I don't know
stop.
what language that is.
Carry on. La. It's a stupid opinion she's got. That's all. Let her say what she's going to say. It's not going to mean nothing. Go wash the dishes or something. Be useful. Go sweep the floor or something. Be useful.
No, we use something else. We don't really use sweepers nowadays.
All right, use the Hoover then. Does that make you feel better?
No, we don't use the Hoover in this house either.
Stay dirty. All I care.
No, we don't. We
Live in
use
the shithole.
we use AI Shark automatic Hoover that does the house. And you just
Hoover
press
is
the button.
Hoover, my
That is a
dear.
good Hoover.
Hoover is Hoover. Where is AI? You just plug it into the socket and you go.
Can I say
sucks it
something?
in. So,
Can I
just
say
say your
something,
opinion.
guys? The one
Yes, sir.
Can I say something, guys? This woman, right? For all the newcomers who's only been on TikTok 6 months to about a year, she's been saying the same rhetoric for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
And she's a
means nothing.
Vietnamese. She's a Vietnamese person who loves the Greeks, which is all right. That's fine. But she hates Turks.
nothing
I
bro.
love
wrong
the
with
Greek
that.
history, yeah? Just remember
Nothing
that. Greek
wrong with
history.
that.
Yeah,
Nothing
man.
wrong
You're
with
just
that,
chatting
Joe.
shit, my darling. All right.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I haven't been. Well, yeah, of course.
She just
I've been saying
hijacked
it for
the
the
show.
last
She
3
just-
years. You have to
she came
understand
here
that
and
if I'm going to
hijacked the
stick
show.
with
We're having a really decent
one
conversation
solution,
with the
which
person
is
that-
100%
Shut the fuck
Cyprus,
up,
like I
hey!
don't understand why you guys are
Shut up,
suffering
right?
from
Shut the
cognitive
fuck
dissonance
up.
at the
But
moment.
you're
Like, are you not
saying-
able to process the information?
It's
Whether you
Come
agree
here,
with it or
fucking
not,
Don't give.
are you
Don't
not able
give.
to like tame
Don't
yourself and
give
be
her a
like, okay, this
Guys,
is what
I
this
haven't
girl
heard-
thinks.
I
I'm
haven't
going
heard
to
this
It's
guy
her
separate my
Casey
opinion.
opinion
talk
from what
about
this
Bullshit.
girl
Means
thinks.
nothing.
I don't need to believe in
Don't-
what this girl
don't
is
fall for
saying.
it.
This is
Don't
her
fall for
opinion.
it.
This is what she stands for. That's
Don't
it.
fall for it. She's not the only one.
That's it.
Yeah. You see, you're lowering yourself, Ender. You're lowering yourself to her level. She's just a young woman. What is she?
What does
18,
that? What's that
19,
supposed to
20?
mean? I'm just a young woman.
Get
Don't
up
you
this
know
way.
that like women are
Okay,
like
now
the
you're
I
future?
don't
talking.
even
I don't
she's
know
got
about
pubic
18,
Raise the
hair.
19.
next generation or
He
raise the
doesn't
next
even have a pubic
generation.
hair.
Are you not what? But I'm
That's your
just a young
opinion.
woman.
Listen, that's your opinion.
That you guys are
That's your
so
opinion. That's the
affected,
way it is.
man. It's
You're just
crazy.
brainwashed, my darling. You're
I'm
brainwashed.
not. My brain is clean. Yeah.
Let
And
her
even if
talk.
my brain is washed, at least I
Let her
washed it.
talk. Let her say
You gotta
whatever
wash
she
your brain
wants to say.
sometimes. You know that.
Where she's going to go with it?
You
This
don't
is
know the
TikTok.
history on that island, my darling. You don't know.
regardless
on
of
the
whether
island.
I know the intricacies, the details, or what your version of the history of the island is, I've already made my point clear, and I know where I
You
stand when it
point,
comes to this
you point, we
divisionish
file
that you
it,
so
and we put
call.
it in the bin.
And if we're talking
That's
about
what this is
solutions,
for.
like I've given you a clear-cut solution.
Guys, let's stop talking over each other. Let's
I'll
start
give you a
educating
clear-cut
again.
solution if you
The
want.
clear-cut
It's not
solution is
easier.
100% of the land belongs to Cyprus. The
No
remaining
sense.
part of
That's your
Cyprus, the
opinion.
36%,
That's all your
will then need to
opinion.
abide by
Could
the
That's
someone
laws
your
shut
and
this
opinion.
girl
legislations
up
of
for a second?
Cyprus.
Okay, it's no
That's it.
problem. You want
Could I
all of
get
it
rid
or
of
No,
this
it's
none
guy?
of
not.
it?
It's all of our problems because
Hello?
that's the reason why we're here at the moment, aren't
Hello?
we?
Let Stokey go, man. Go on. He's been waiting
Okay,
patiently.
thank
Go on,
you,
Let's
Stokey.
brother. For
let's give
fuck's sake,
let's
man.
give
Let
all
me
of
get in here,
Cyprus
for
to Greek
fuck's sake.
Cypriots so she
Ken,
can
let
be
Stokey
happy.
say
Give it a
something.
rest,
Anything
man. Give
else
it
you
a break.
want?
Let
You
someone
want
else
chili
speak
sauce
for a
with that?
second, you two.
Do you want
Let
chips with
Stokey
it?
speak.
Because no
Okay.
sense is coming out of you guys no more, man. Give it a second. Let someone else speak. This girl's just playing you lot for a start. Because I come from a
Yes.
crypto world. She's playing you and she's getting what she wants. She's an idiot.
Yes, exactly.
Secondly, I come from a place called Pile in Cyprus, which is only one of the only mixed villages left in Cyprus, right in Dikelia. And we've been sharing that village forever. We never separated, we never broke up, and we get on great. It's one of the best villages in Cyprus. We get on like brothers and family in there. We've grown up together, we know each other. And anytime you go into Pile, you will see that. This girl don't know what she's talking about. I tell you, these sort of people, they're just coming
Just
on
a
to
young
wind you
girl.
up, and you're
Just a
letting her
young
wind
girl.
you up. She's a silly little girl. She's not even Greek.
Yeah,
She's just doing it
just
to
a young
wind you
girl.
up.
That's all.
Kick this fool out of here, brother. You don't waste your time with people like this. She's an idiot.
An
She
idiot.
doesn't know what she's talking about. She's a very young, silly, immature kid. That's
Immature.
just winding you lot up and you lot are falling for it.
Exactly.
She doesn't know what she's talking
That Greek
about.
villa's got her tripping.
There's so many people like this in the crypto world, right? You just get used to them. You know?
Fucking hell, Michael. Where's
She
the bit
doesn't
of
know
What's
what
that?
she's
Keep it
talking
going.
about.
Running go, bruv. She's had a
Where do you
taste.
find
She
this
can't go
girl
back.
from? Get your ass out of here. Go on.
I'm not moving anywhere, Stokey.
Silly
Yeah,
girl.
I'm staying right where I am.
You've made yourself
Yeah.
look really
And you know
silly.
what's mad as well?
I'm
It's,
just
you know
laughing
what's
at you
like
because you
crazy
are
and
just
mad?
so
Just thinking
The
something new to say.
narrative
such a low
that you
You've got
level.
guys
anything new to
are
say, my
saying
lady?
about how I'm just this girl. I'm a young
You're a very
girl.
low
I don't know
level
what
girl.
I'm
It's
doing.
just
You're
these
spring
lot don't
chicken,
these
you
lot
are,
ain't
It's
from the same
crazy.
world as
It's
me, and they
crazy.
don't
Like you
realise
guys
the
can't
game
even
you're
like give
playing.
birth. So like,
You
why are
know,
you even talking?
you do not know what
Plant the
you're
seed,
talking
though.
about, girl. You're just here to wind people up.
I'm not
You're
here
not
to wind
making.
people
You're
up
not making
actually,
sense.
but I
You're not
can.
Greek.
I
Your
can.
word
I
doesn't cross.
can.
You
I
can't.
never.
You're not even
You can
Greek.
wind
It's
some people
What
obvious
up.
sort of
that I'm
version?
not Greek. Isn't
No,
that obvious that I'm
there's
not
no
Greek?
way you're going to
You're
find
so
Do you
one
think?
answer.
complicated.
Do
She's
you
Vietnamese,
think?
bruv.
Do you
Don't
really
even
think
wanna
that I
be.
stood there and be like,
Don't
yeah, I'm
even wanna
Greek?
be
It's
Greek.
not like that.
You
The
can't
fact
draw
I'm
me in there.
Oriental is the point. The point
Oriental.
is I'm not
You
Greek,
you are
and
How
I'm in
big?
the know of what is
you're
How
good
big is?
for
pathetic.
How big is
Cyprus.
your
You're a
lin?
pathetic little girl.
How big?
That's what
How
you
big
All
are.
is your lin? How big is your
right.
lin?
I'm telling you
Could you
straight
tell
up,
us?
you are a pathetic little girl. You're not making sense. You're
And
trying
Theo,
to
don't
sing
even
your way
talk.
out of it
You're
I'm
because
going to
a
do
I
betrayer.
got you.
Theo, you're a
I am
betrayer.
all
I'm not
over
gonna
you
talk
like
about
a
you.
rash girl. You are a nobody,
Nobody.
you know.
Just a
And
young
remember,
spring chicken.
hey,
That's
listen,
what she
another
is.
thing, I'm a professor on these computers, you know. So mind yourself. Be good. Trust me.
Man's gonna track the IP
I
address
was
on
going
your
to
ass.
say
I can
young
get through
spring.
IPs within seconds.
I
VPNs.
was,
I
I,
dare
I can cut through.
you. I
I
Hey,
was going
dare
to
baby,
say
you,
even if you've got a
young
Stokey. I
VPN, I can
dare
pussycat,
cut
but
through
you.
that
she
as
probably
well.
eat that.
Trust me.
So I
I
won't
I'll
say
dare
expose your
anything.
address
you.
everywhere. Behave
Stokey.
yourself.
Stokey.
Behave
Stokey.
yourself. I
I'm
will expose
behaved.
your
It's you.
address. I will expose your address.
It's okay. My address is
will
already
cut through
online,
your
so it's
even if
fine.
you've got a VPN,
Not that I
I will
want.
cut through it
I
like
don't want
butter.
her address. We have enough of
Behave
her
yourself.
on this live.
Come out the place.
Don't want to
Come
see
out.
her anymore. Don't
Get
necessary.
your ass out of here, you smelly little ass. Get out of here.
Get out
Bro,
of here.
my
Come
shit is
on.
not the one that
Come
stinks.
on.
Your shit
Out.
stank. Your shit stank.
This is
I've got you,
this is how we're going to
you,
solve the Cyprus
I
problem.
got
So
you, baby. I got you.
people like
You see,
her.
the
I
She
minute
tell
they
makes
you
started
sure
now,
that
saying
we
that,
solve the
your
Cyprus
that
problem.
shit
means I've got you.
stank.
You know how many people I deal with like you every day?
Do you know how many people like you I completely destroy every single day?
Oh yeah.
Your level is so low, girl.
Okay.
You are the lowest of the low level.
What do you expect, young girl? I don't know why
You're
how she
trying to
makes her
fud.
money, but
You're
she's just
trying
a
to
young
fud,
girl.
and your fud is
Do you
just
know what
dead.
it is? Do you know? Can I say something? I've met a lot of Vietnamese people. I've gone to Vietnam many times. They're actually
She's Vietnamese.
people. Yeah,
She's not. She's
they
a
are
mixed.
actually
She's a
very, very
crossbreed.
lovely people. They're me personally, I think they're the best people in the Far East. But this
She's
one
probably
is
half English, bruv. That's why she's like that.
This one's the weakest link.
No, it's not that. Do you know what
She
it
hooked up
is?
with George
It's because
Clooney's
we're talking on the
grandson.
platform right now, and you guys haven't actually met me face to face. So that's the difference. So
I
you
wouldn't.
don't
We wouldn't
really
want to meet you
know.
face
You
to
don't
face,
really know
sweetheart.
my
There's nothing you
character
could
nor
offer
my
people like us.
personality.
You have no
And
Display
here,
your
intelligence.
character,
You're
Sia. We
where
know
Your
your character.
intelligence
saying
is
I'm
basic
this
low.
and I'm
Why would
that,
anyone want to
and
be
that I don't know
Basically,
what
you're
I'm talking
shit.
about. When
You're
you
nothing.
You
just
know,
come on here, I have no idea who you are. You're talking about IP addresses and locating
I'm
addresses.
just saying.
Nobody talked about your
You
address.
try to wide
Nobody
people up, but
talked
when
about
people
you.
wide you up, you
You're
can't
just
take
you've
it.
just come on here,
You
told
want to
me
give
about
it.
what it's like
You
in
want
your
to give
specific
it, but you
area
this is
can't. You
pointless.
where the
take it.
Turks and the Cypriots are
Don't.
mixed
If
up,
you
and
can't
that's always
take
been
it,
like that, and
don't
that's
give it,
fine.
sweetie.
I've come
If you
on here and
can't
I've
take
told
it,
you about
don't
my
give it.
opinion
If you
about the
can't take
solution
it,
to
don't give it.
Cyprus,
If you can't
and
take
that's
it,
it.
don't give
And
it.
you're
You make your
all up
opinion
here
known,
saying
so
the
you had
same
enough of
thing,
it.
You're
Just move
just trying
on.
to
saying
get
the
the last
same
word.
thing,
Miley,
and
Never
what if we
nobody's
said
even
ever get
listening.
the
Vietnam should
last
give
word
it,
with
should give
me.
the country
Yeah,
Never.
back
We
to the
Vietnamese
can't.
people
I
are
US?
can
one
just
of the
do this
best
all day
people
long,
I think
baby.
the
in the Far
Vietnam,
East.
No problem
You
to
guys
me.
just
should
don't know
go
me,
under
that's
the
With a
all.
American
VPN
And I've
station, you
given
can
you
kill
guys a
yourself.
solution. I
Are you a
stand by that
solution?
And
You're a
what's the
solution. I
solution.
solution?
have
Trump's
stood
gonna
by
come
that
Young
for us.
spring
solution for the
chicken
last
girl, give
3
me the
years.
solution.
So
Bullshit.
nothing
Thank you
changes
very
in
much.
regards to that.
No
That's
sense is
all.
coming out of you.
Because I don't even know who you
You're
are.
not
I don't
even
even know if you're
Greek. You're
Cypriot.
We
not
don't know
I
who
Turkish.
don't
you
You've
even
got
know
are
if you know
nothing
if
to
neither.
you're
do with the
Turkish.
island.
We
So who
don't
the
know
hell
who
am
you
I
You're
are
full
speaking
neither.
of
You
make,
to?
could
not
be from
making
Mars.
sense, and you're
And in
boring us.
answer to your
You are a silly
question, in
little
answer to
girl.
your
You don't know what
question,
you're
what
talking
gives me
about.
the right? I
You don't know
travel to
nothing
This is
Cyprus
about
at least
pointless.
Turkey.
once
You
a
don't know
year.
nothing
This is
about
So
not a
I know
discussion.
Cyprus.
Cyprus.
You don't know nothing
I
This
have
is
about
a
friends
shit
Turkey
in
or
show.
anything.
Cyprus.
You
I've
are
traveled
I
all
don't, I,
across
rubbish.
I don't.
Where
Cyprus.
is your
I know how to
history?
Stop.
travel
Can you
Tell us
within
about
quiet
your
to
Cyprus.
somebody
history.
so
You're
So
somebody
that's
can
I
say
do
Vietnamese,
know
something
half
that we
something.
can
It's
Chinese,
not
listen?
that as if I
half
don't know
Greek,
nothing.
half fucking whatever you
Sir,
are. Tell
wherever
us
it
about
is that
your
you are,
nationality. Why
you're
don't you
talking
worry about your own
rubbish.
country? Why aren't you interested in your
Blah
own
blah
country?
blah 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 blah.
All right,
Blah
guys,
blah
should we
blah
move on
blah
from the
You're a
blah
Miley
blah
broken
chat?
blah.
girl.
She can
Blah
stay,
blah
but we
blah.
don't need
Broken
to all
girl. Why
address
don't you
her because she's not
talk,
that
more talk
important.
about your own
Suat,
country where you were
All right,
walking
tell us about
around
Stokey. All
Miley.
right,
Let's
barefoot,
go.
Stokey. Let
broke?
me ask you something. Let me ask you
No, you
something.
can't ask me
Stokey, let me ask
anything,
you
girl.
something.
I'm not
Who
even
was the
listening.
runner-up
You're like
against
just
the
a little
president? Who
girl.
was
You
the
can't
runner-up
ask me
against the
questions.
president of
You're being
Cyprus?
silly. I wouldn't even
Who was
talk
the
to you.
runner-up? Tell me his
I
name.
wouldn't even
And
answer
Exactly.
your
You don't know
questions. I don't
nothing.
even speak to
What's the
people.
current president's name of
You
Cyprus?
are nothing to me. You
What's the
can
current
get
president's name of
nothing out
Cyprus?
of me, baby. Nothing out of
Exactly.
me. I
Very
Exactly.
don't answer
You
childish,
to
don't
man.
little
even
Very
know.
girls.
You don't
childish.
even
You're a
know.
little
Very
girl.
You
childish.
don't
I
You're
even
don't
too
know.
answer
young
to
for
little
this
What's the
stuff.
name
girls.
of the president of
I
Cyprus,
don't
Stokey?
answer to little
What's the name of it?
girls.
What's the name of him?
Why don't
I
you go and
don't
watch
What's
answer
the
to
name of the
questions.
first?
Go
Who's
and
the
watch
name of the
I
something?
foreign
don't.
minister
What are you
standing
doing
I
beside the
here?
don't
president
work.
of
I
Cyprus?
don't work for you,
so
broken
What are you
girl.
Exactly.
doing
You
I
here?
don't
don't
even know
work for you.
anything.
I don't work for you,
Yeah, you don't know
broken.
anything.
I don't
the
work for
devil
Who?
you,
knows
What is
already,
their
broken.
name? Who's?
Go get
What
a
is the
job.
name of the
Go get a
Cyprus
job, broken.
president who is
I don't
currently
work
running
for
right
you,
now for
Brokey.
office? Tell me his
I
full
don't
name.
work
Is
for
that the
you,
best you can
Brokey.
Tell
do
me his
then?
full name.
I don't answer to
Well,
you,
Tell
what's the
me
point
his
of
Brokey.
full
pepper?
I don't
name.
answer to little
Tell me
girls,
his full
Brokey.
name.
You're a brokey girl. I don't
Who?
answer
Who was the runner-up against the Cypriot president when he was running for office? What year was he running? What's the name? What's the name of the? Exactly. Now you have to look. So you're telling me that I know nothing, and you're sitting there trying to tell me that I'm this and I'm that. I don't think so, sir. You don't even know the current situation in Cyprus. You don't even know the current situation in Cyprus. You don't even know the president's name.
Look at this tart.
You don't even know the president's name. And then now you're insulting me. And now you're insulting me because you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And you're saying that you don't need to answer to anybody. Fine, but you don't even know the situation.
You just
You don't
your
even know
voice
the
down to
situation.
take it,
You're sitting there giggling. You don't even know the situation.
Hello? Hi, Michael. Can I just ask the lady a simple question?
Good evening to all of you.
Because you need to know, obviously, the situation if you want to talk about
We
the
don't know
situation.
nothing. You tell us
That's
about
why
our
you need
country.
to
We don't
know.
know.
This is a political matter. This is not a business matter. This is a political matter. So you need to know who's in charge.
Hello, just a second. Let me ask you a question. Do you know 50 Cent, the singer?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know the song called Let Me Take You to Candy Shop?
Do you know the
That's
song?
what you need. You
Do
need
you
to
know song Hate It or Love Hate Me or Love Me?
No,
Do you know the song Hate Me or Love Me?
I love you. I
I
love
take
you
you to
so
the
Do
much.
you know the
Love
song
You.
by 50 Cent called Hate Me or Love Me? Yeah, I'll send that one back to you.
I just want to tell you that if you do have a Greek boyfriend, come and see Turkish Cypriot. So I can take you to candy shop.
How is that even
To be fair,
funny?
you need to
Yeah.
make, in order to make a comparison, you might need to do that,
It's true, you're
Miley.
doing that slash so you no,
You
it's
might need
not
to try some
true.
yarak on
It's all
toast.
lies.
Have
Yeah,
you tried yarak on toast? Don't knock it till you
that's what
tried
it
it.
is.
A bit of sujuk. I know you like the Luganigo, but the sujuk is up there as well.
Luganiga better.
Yeah.
Luganiga's got the skin on, Michael.
I don't know, man. I'm de-skinned, so I'm with my Turkish Cypriot brothers there. That's
Have you searched anything yet, Steph?
You're
Or are
on,
you still
you're on
talking out your
Luganiga,
ass?
you
Michael.
don't need to search it. You're telling us all the info that we need.
Yeah, what's the name then?
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Tell us,
Tell us more.
Yeah,
tell us
all right,
about
I'll tell you more. I'll definitely
1974.
tell you more. So right now, the current situation that we have at hand in Cyprus is obviously a serious one. It's been ongoing now for many years. They recently
Can
just
you wait
celebrated.
1 minute?
Hold on, I'm
Can-
talking. I'm
just 1
talking.
minute.
I'm talking.
Just
I'm
1 minute.
talking. Recently,
Just
they
1
just
minute.
recently have sent out news in regards to the situation with Turkish and also Cyprus in Cyprus and how they illegally invaded Cyprus over 50 years ago. And in Cyprus right now, there's certain parts in Cyprus where they are heavily influenced by the Turkish, which makes it really hard to do certain things, especially when they're holding around about 35% of the land, and they're not allowing for us to do the things that we need to do in order for us to have some
1
sort of
minute.
consistency
38%.
in Cyprus.
Not 35.
That's the situation.
38%. Get it right. If you're going to say something.
34, 36, 38%, somewhere along those lines.
No. 38%.
Well, how do you know that for sure? How do you know that for sure? You don't know that for
Turkish
sure.
Cypriot.
No, you don't know that for sure, though. I've
I
given you a
do.
ballpark. It's
I
within
do.
that
I
ballpark.
know it
34,
better than you.
36, 38. Okay?
No.
That's
Which
it.
one is it then?
Yes.
Which one is it? So
It's
how old
either
are you?
or. It's either
21,
or. Nothing
22,
is
23?
accurate when it comes to
So I
stuff
got
like
your
this.
age
So
right.
that's the reason why it's important that Cyprus 100% gets the land. So there's no fighting over
When you
4
say
or
Cyprus, 1
6%.
minute, Miley.
So
When you say
instead of
Cyprus, do
giving
you
it
Yeah,
to
of
mean
Greeks, why
course.
don't
do
you
you
give
mean
it to
Greeks and
Turks?
Turks? You mean United?
Pardon?
Do you mean United or
Be
the
nice to
Turkish
each
Cypriots?
other. Guys, be
Look,
nice.
it's simple.
Be
To have a
polite.
unified
It's because
Cyprus,
you
it
got a
would have
simple
to be
mind, innit?
100%,
It's
100%
simple.
to the Greek Cypriots.
Yes.
No,
The
Anything else?
government
you
has
lost the plot.
already made
You're
it
on,
clear
see,
that there
say
is
that
no
you're on
such
some
thing as a
cold shit.
two-state solution as a
You
solution. They've
would
made
so you
that
want the
clear.
Turks to
Have you
come?
guys not heard that?
So you would like the
He
Turkish Cypriots to
recently,
go? 1 minute, stop
Nikos
talking over me. You talk
Christodoulidis
too much. You like the
recently
sound of your own
made
voice
a
too much.
statement
Why
at
you
the
cannot agree with
Parliament to
her?
say that having a
Why
two-state
you
solution
are
is not
not
a solution.
agreeing with her?
They've already made that clear.
Also
So it's
in
not as if like
Israel,
I'm
we
telling
have
you
the
something
same
new
problem.
here. I'm just
There will
relaying
be
to you
not,
what the
there
Cypriot
will
Greeks
be
are not going to
no
accept. And that's
two-state
it. They're
solution,
not going to accept it.
neither in
They've
Cyprus,
made
neither
it
in
clear that
Israel.
they're not going to accept a two-state
Ask me
solution.
why.
So
Ask me why.
How is it
Because
going to work? The land is so
Muslims,
small, Bonbon. The land is so small,
I know,
and we're
baby, we
fighting
have
over
the
this piece
same
of land that belongs
issue.
to the Cypriot Greeks, anyways.
Yes, but
That's the
British
reason why.
You
idiots,
talk too much, man.
No, I'm not
British
Come on,
talking
man,
too
relax.
much. I'm
liberal
answering the questions.
If you
fuckheads
like doing
Stop.
live so much,
cannot
you're on one.
understand
Yeah,
it.
but the Cypriots
The
have been freed from
British
British administration.
fuckheads,
They
Hang in
have
there, hang
been
in there, guys.
freed
Hang
from
in
the
there.
the
British
idiots
administration,
in Europe,
and that's
Yes,
the
Ken,
reason
hang in
why
there,
they are
hang in
and
now
there.
the
working
Forget
on a
fuckheads
solution.
of
Let's
London,
talk
Do you
to
understand?
Bonbon. Let's
they
move on
do
to
not
Bonbon,
understand
are
it.
you're
Bonbon.
Israeli?
Where
But
are
they're
you from,
free
brother?
from the British
He said he's
administration.
That's
They
what
Israeli.
discussing.
they cannot
Bonbon.
They are
comprehend
free
it.
from the British
Yo,
administration. They have Cyprus. They
Therefore,
have
the
Cyprus
suggestion we
Independence Day
have,
stop.
on the 31st.
Hello,
bring
stop.
When
more
is Cyprus
That's
Independence
people
Day,
like
boats
guys? You don't even know. When's the
into
Cyprus
Hello,
London.
Independence Day?
stop.
Someone tell me when Cyprus Independence
Bring
Day is.
more
Stop.
Muslims into
Hello,
London.
Yes, sir, yes,
stop.
mate. Yeah, tell me.
Learn it the
You
hard
guys don't
way.
even know when
I
Cyprus
beg
Independence
you.
Day is.
I beg you,
European
do
You
the right
don't.
thing, bro.
When is
idiots
Cyprus Independence Day?
Let's hear it out. Let's hear it
make
out. Listen, hold on.
Bro,
Islam
we
Hold
can't
on,
great
have
hold
a
on. Let me
again
hear
in
conversation,
Bonbon.
bro.
London.
We can't hear nothing.
Let me
Yeah,
hear
Mylon,
Let's
Bonbon.
have
you're
a
not
nice
even.
Bonbon, where are you
You don't
from?
even
Bro,
have
she
to
conversation.
just
Come on.
talk.
chats the
It's not that bad
utmost
that you're trolling
fucking
us.
All right, look,
shit,
Mylin,
bro.
Mylin is muted.
No,
Now.
Let's
Let's
but
hear
bro,
She's
Bonbon.
a
talk.
10-minute
Soph,
The
I'll
friend.
be real
wife
with you, yeah.
liberals.
Soph,
Guys, she's muted.
The
nobody on this
war
panel wants, or
fuckheads.
anybody in the comments viewing for that fact, want to hear this fucking minge talk, bro. Just do the right thing so we can all have a proper
Let's do the
discussion.
right thing
Allow it,
and
She's
bro.
Let's
This
talk
is
muted.
to
discuss
Guys,
it
boring.
no, you
Bonbon.
can't
I've
drop
actually
nicely.
her.
got
I
a
can't
headache
drop
just
her. I
sitting
don't
here
drop.
listening,
I don't
bro.
drop.
Just allow it.
Let's talk
Let's have a proper
nice.
conversation,
Bonbon,
bro.
are you
All right, let's have a
Jewish?
proper convo, but I don't drop
No,
you.
but we
Proper
can't, bro,
convo.
Yeah,
because this woman thinks it's the
The
Mylin show when it's
lady
not. So
in
just
I
allow
want to
it, bro.
Cyprus
hear. I
is
want to hear
telling you the
Bonbon.
truth. But
Mylin, just mute
you,
for a couple of minutes.
European fuckheads,
Fuck it
you
then.
do not
Can
understand
I have
what
it? Can
comes
I have
your
it?
way.
Wait,
You
what did you
just
say?
cannot
Can I have it?
comprehend the situation.
Bonbon, you can't just jump in like that. Who
Can
are
I have
you?
it?
Where are you from? What's your
Who I
nationality?
am. I am the
Introduce yourself.
nicest person I know.
Can I
And
have it?
I'm
Okay. What if you only know
and I am
yourself?
a Judean, and as like the Cypriotic lady,
Can
we
I have
came
it?
to
She's
the
not Cypriot. She's
understanding
not Cypriot.
that
She is.
Muslims
Can
will
I be
not
here?
replace us.
Can I have
Brother,
it?
Will
we don't want to
not.
get dragged into
You can have them in
your
London.
the
You
problem in
love
Cyprus
them
is not
so
about
Can I have it?
religion.
Sergio, yes.
Bring them
Thank
to
you.
Can I
London.
have it? أنا شابن ده
Let
The,
them
Bonbon,
ruin your
the
country, not
problem in
our
Cyprus is not about
countries.
religion. It's
It
political.
is about
It
religion,
is about
No, it's
idiot.
not
religion
about
as well as
religion.
political,
It
actually.
is all
Absolutely.
about religion.
Absolutely.
It is about the barbarism coming your way.
Yes,
But
barbarism,
you
cry me a
are
No,
river.
it's not. The problem in
headless.
Cry
Cyprus is
me a
about two.
river.
You
It's
are
about
Cry
two
me a
fallen
river.
empires
you
that have
are
collided.
Cry me
It's
a
not about
river.
religion.
You are fuckheads.
You
You
fuckheads,
are
loser. Cry
you
24/7,
cannot
bitch.
think. This
You
is
don't
your
know when I go.
problem.
You're fucked. If I drop as well,
Cry
you're done, mate.
27.
Abbas, Mongol Abbas.
Yes.
Listen, Bonbon,
We
how can you
fuck.
speak about a group of
Things,
people?
things,
How
since
can
your
you speak about
religion
a whole
allows
group
you
of people and dismiss
Your
them?
barbarically
ancestor were our
doing
slave for
wrong,
600 years.
doing wrong in the name of
Our slave.
Allah,
Who's
yes,
this
Our
now,
slave.
Abbas? Who was your
You are
then
our
slave?
slave.
there is a good solution.
You don't got
Kick
too
you
much
out
faith. You know
of
that you lot,
Cyprus
yeah? I don't know what religion
and
you are,
kick your
but you need to
people
let the
out
Lord into your life,
of
man. You lot got
Israel.
dark hearts. You're dark people, man.
We kicked your ass.
You ain't got a profile
When?
picture, man. I've
Tell
kicked
me
your
when
ass,
you
man.
kicked
What are
our
you
ass.
talking
Tell
about,
me.
man? You Egypt.
Tell
You
us.
ain't
Tell
got
me,
Tell us when you
Muslim
kicked out us
shit.
when we own more part of the land than you
Tell
guys
me,
do.
when did
Put a
you
profile
kick
picture up.
a Jewish ass? Come on.
And you know
Jewish
what? Like,
ass?
it's kind of mad as well
Hey,
because, like, even
hey,
if you
listen
look at
to
the
me.
borders, you can see like the difference
Muslim
between Cyprus
shit.
and you can see the difference between the
Listen to me.
Turkish side. Like, it's
Barbarian
totally different.
animal.
Just, you
Guys,
said
this is a
when
fucking
Jewish.
podcast, man.
Wicked,
You,
headless
listen to me.
Muslim. Tell
Abbas,
me,
you
Listen
don't
to
when
me.
even know
was
who
the
you
last
are,
You
man.
Who's
time
breathing
Jewish.
so heavy?
that you have
Listen
been
to
kicking
me.
us?
Who's
Come on.
breathing so so
listen
heavy.
me. You Jewish. Listen to me.
Tell me, I
You
cannot
Jewish
listen
had
to
been
idiots.
hiding.
When
You Jewish had been hiding
when?
in
Tell me
caves
when.
and
Tell
isolated
me
in ghettos
when.
for
Tell me.
3,000 years and
No,
kicked
no,
out
no.
of
4,000. Not
259
3,000.
countries.
4,000. Not 3,000
Isolated
years,
in ghettos.
4,000.
Did you
But I
forget
would like to
ghettos
know
in
the
Poland?
following thing. Why
Did you
don't you
forget
take
ghettos?
over
Ghettos in
United
Poland.
Kingdom? Why
Did you
don't
forget
take
ghettos in
over?
Poland?
Good.
No, I
Did you
never forget
forget
anything. But
ghettos
I
in
would
Poland?
suggest you to bring more murderers like you,
Did you
rapers
forget
like
ghettos in
you,
Poland?
deceivers like you, kidnappers
You
like
lot are
you,
barely speaking English at
barbarian evils like you,
Sophocles.
to countries
Yo,
where they need to have a lesson. One of them is
Sophocles.
United
yo,
Kingdom.
yes.
Bon Bon,
Yeah, I beg
if
you
you
take
want
me off
to
this
Ruin
this
Palestine
United
live,
Kingdom.
there's many
LUCAS
out there.
account, please.
This ain't that
Who
live.
is
Okay?
who is it?
I have no idea, but it's probably somebody who's
I've got to use
deserving.
the
By the
same,
way,
I
the same
don't want.
logic. Everyone's been telling
Muslim
me to
shit,
drop
from
you. My
where
link, I
are
haven't
you?
dropped you. I need to know who this guy
Why
is.
you are in the West?
I can't just drop
Muslim
him.
headless.
Ghettos in Poland.
What makes a barbarian
It's true though. Bon
one
Bon,
of the
how can you say what a Muslim
57
do in the West when
Islamic
Jews have been in the West for
autocratic
centuries?
countries?
Bon Bon,
What
You had
makes you come
already
to the West?
why did you
kicked
Jews
out
come
of
to the West?
Go.
259 countries.
57. How come
Ghettos.
barbarians that believe in wicked Allah, how come you are in the West? What do you have to search in the West? Tell me.
Okay, Bon Bon, why are the Jews in the West?
Explain it.
All right, you explain to me why are the Jews in the West? Why are we all in the West?
We are
Why
not
are
in
we
the
all in the
Because
West.
they
We
had
are
been
in
kicked out
Judea.
of 259 countries.
No. 107. It's enough.
Isolated in ghettos in Poland.
No. Not anymore. We are in
Just
Judea.
read your
We are
3,000
in
years you have been
Judea.
hiding in
4,000.
caves
4,000.
and isolated in
4,000.
ghettos.
Hey, learn history, barbarian.
Being a Jew was a
Now
curse and
tell
is still
me,
a curse.
what was the invention of Islam? Pee of camel with 3 drops
Guys,
of
we're gonna have
milk
to
of
bring
a
this back
camel.
to Cyprus because
Look,
it's
This
not an
is
Israeli-Palestine line.
this is the
I have to
only
bring it back to
invention
Cyprus
you
now.
had
So what I'm
till
gonna do
the
is
inception of terror.
what I'm gonna do is
Look, we have
just
already.
mute everybody for a second. I'll let Michael talk. What
Speechless.
the hell's going on tonight, mate? I want to bring this back to Cyprus.
Listen, what I wanted to say earlier, these two are just, no offense to the two gentlemen, but this isn't a Palestine-Israel live. If you lot want that, there's other lives available.
Yeah,
Now,
agreed.
since you've only left me with Mylene, if I could speak to Mylene while she's muted because she don't stop talking, your views are not representing the Greek Cypriots. What you're saying is the only option for the Turkish Cypriots is to come and live under us. You're just creating hatred when you say stuff
I
like
never
that. How
said
can you
that.
say,
I never said that, Michael.
you did, you
I
implied
They
never
that.
said that.
understood.
I never said that. That's the only solution for them to come and live under us.
Michael. They understood that there is no way to live with Islam. But
Yeah,
you
but that's
cannot
Bon
comprehend
Bon.
it.
Right, let me explain
You
to everybody. Yeah?
cannot.
Right.
You cannot.
The site. All right.
You
Listen,
have some
I'm not
difficulties to
denying that
understand it.
I'm not denying that the Islam Orthodox thing didn't have some part to do, but the problem between the Greek Cypriots and the Turkish Cypriots, it wasn't about religion; it was about politics. And when I say it's about politics,
You have no clue. You are a naive person.
You just
Your
want me to get in the same
heart,
boat with you.
Hey, Bon
your
knows what he's talking
heart,
about, you know.
Nah,
I can hear it in his
your
voice. He knows what he's talking
heart,
about. That's why I'm not even talking. I'm letting him
if
talk.
the Turks were Christians,
Michael, your heart is maybe in the right place, but your head, not at all. You are a naive person.
okay. So what? World War One.
She tells you clearly.
World War One and World War Two, wasn't it through between a bunch of
Listen,
Christian
it
countries?
is not about politics. It is first of all about religion.
Okay, then why did World War Two happen
Islam,
if they're the same religion? If it was always about
barbarian
religion,
Islam cannot tolerate any ethnic group, any civilization,
yeah, but it's
any
not about our religion. It's
religion.
about that they were Greeks and they're Turks.
They
You're not listening.
cannot. They cannot. They have been fighting, and the best thing that can be done is ethnic cleansing.
You're crazy, man. Listen,
No,
man.
not at all. Not at all.
You're
I will
listen.
explain you.
You should get blocked
Headless,
off TikTok. What you
headless,
just said.
headless, headless.
You're
I will.
yeah, but this is why
I'm
people
telling
see
you, there
people like
is
you.
a
You're
way
killing
to
your own
convince
people.
idiot like you also. And
Listen, I
now,
know a lot of
and
good Jewish people that
naive,
don't think like you. What
walk,
you're saying
Do we
is
draw
like,
the line? Do we draw the line? At
fuckhead
yeah, you
like
gotta go, man.
you.
We draw the
draw
line
the
at
There
line, my
is
friend.
a
friendly,
way
man.
to convince you.
You know, I'm still
You just said you want to
confused.
be
Like
ethnic
Michael,
cleansing.
I'm still
My
confused.
bad.
Like
I drew the
Michael, like
line at
what team
ethnic
are you on?
cleansing, by the
Are
way,
you on
mate. So don't
Turkish
bother
team
coming
or
back
like
up
Greek
again.
team? Like which one is it? Because like you
I'm on
confused me.
Team Cyprus.
Okay, so
I
why
want
are
my
you
island
always
united
at me then? Why are you always going up against me?
because you're coming at it from the Greek Cypriot point of view. You got to look at it from the middle. You don't solve a problem by looking from one perspective. You got to look at the other
Oh
perspective.
wait,
You
wait,
got
wait,
to
wait,
think,
wait, 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 wait. Let me make it clear. You're on the Cypriot Greek side, right?
no, I'm on the Cypriot side. I want a united island country for all my people. I look
Of
at Turkish
course,
Cypriot
sure.
as my countrymen. I don't look at them
Okay.
as different
But
people.
what
People
are
might
you?
look
Are you
at
Greek or are
the
you
other
Turkish?
side. What do you think? My name's Michael. Do you think, how many Turks do you know called Michael? What a
I don't know
silly.
any Turks called Michael, but at the
Well,
moment
there you go. There's
I
your
can't click
answer.
on your name, so I don't know your full name.
Yeah, I'm 100% Greek Cypriot on
Yeah,
both sides.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Okay,
fine. I
okay.
get that. I'm not up against that, but I'm saying that if 1 + 1 is 2, if he is saying this, that this is not a solution, then this means this. That's the only thing that I'm saying. I came through with the rhetoric, but I haven't ever come up to this solution now to where I have been so clear cut in the solution of Cyprus. I have never. But I
Yeah, but what
went,
you're
even though I
saying is
had this rhetoric, and I'm
what you
saying,
said, and I know you said it before, that send all the Turks back, come
no,
under the
I
ROC
said that to a
government.
degree. I said that to a
Yeah,
degree. I said,
this is
I'm not saying that I'm going to kick them out like that.
yeah,
Okay,
but
fine, fair
a
enough. But I
discussion
am
for
saying,
peace has to be met in the middle. You can't just look at it from the Greek
no, you
Cypriot.
can't because the land
And
is
you're
so
hung up
small,
on the
Michael.
number.
You
Last
can't,
time,
you
what I
can't,
said
you
to
can't
you,
like just try
you're
to
hung
split
up
a
on
small,
the
a land
you're
that's
hung up
already
on the
small
numbers.
into like 2 pieces. Like that won't even be a country. That would just be like,
Wait,
I don't know,
wait,
like a
wait,
stone that like mermaids go to or something.
wait, please.
It's
Lucas,
too small. It's too
let's
small
hear
to
from
be
Lucas.
divided into 2. It just needs to be 1.
Yeah, under circumstances that will suit both ethnic people. We need to come to a happy medium and not one side be a dictator. You know, we can't say you come under us or they come under them.
But the problem is with that, Michael, is that if there's no dictator, there's no consistency. And then one area is going to be like this, one area is going to be like that, and then another
That's what
area
we
is going
want.
to be
That's
like
what we're going to do.
something else.
We're going to do 2 states by communal country. That's what it's going to be. That's all it can be at this stage. So they're going to run their affairs in the north. We're going to run our affairs in the south. Come under one unilateral government, and hopefully over time we will mix.
It's
And
as lovely as
eventually we
that
can get rid of
sounds.
it.
As lovely as that sounds, the
It's the only option. It's the only option
Turkish,
we've got.
it's not the only option. How can it be the only option when
Because how
the
can
president?
Cyprus
No,
convince?
answer my question.
Use your
How
logic
can
on it.
that be
How
the
can
only
Cyprus convince a
option
massive country
when
like
it's
Turkey?
been made clear that this is not a solution for the Greek Cypriot? Tell me,
It's the only
because that was
solution we've
already a
got.
statement that was already made at the Hellenic Parliament
It's the
by the
only solution
president
that we
of the
have.
Cypriot Republic.
There's only one solution, and that's it. And anybody with half a brain who's not completely wearing, the blinders will know that there's only one solution, and that only one solution is for us to reconcile under
Oh,
BBM.
come on. That is so broad. Like, after 50 years, that's the word you're using,
Well, after
reconcile.
50 years, we're not going to just join as one country overnight, click of the fingers.
Of course it's not, but at least we're getting the discussion started,
It's
right?
going to be somewhat like a Belgium,
And
like
you
a
know what? We're
Switzerland.
actually really good down the line. We're at a really good point because the more we discuss this, the more clearer the solutions can become. And whether what I said to you is a solution or not, all I'm saying is 1 + 1 = 2. If this is what they're saying, then this means that this is what they want. And that's it.
J Maximus, Marin. J Maximus.
Huh?
Yeah, speak to your gay dad. Na powiedz. Ahoj.
Lucas,
Ahoj.
see if you
Ahoj.
done the,
Mami.
Is that your baby?
What?
It's my baby.
Let's get back to it. Let's
God
get back
bless
to
your child.
Yeah. I don't know if it shouldn't have babies on the live. It might shut down. So.
And you know what's mad? I'll tell you something interesting, right? If I was using a tone in which was a super duper aggressive, my baby would have been crying. But the voice and the tone that I'm using is very specific. He would be crying if I was screaming, shouting, being aggressive. Like, he's awake, he's by me now. Do you understand? So it's not the way. I'm just putting 1 and 1 plus 2. I'm telling you where I'm standing. I'm telling you some solutions. I'm not being rude. I'm not being mean. I'm not being horrible. I'm not doing any of that.
For you to be taking a right-wing stance on behalf of the Greek Cypriots.
Do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is, Michael. If I could be more far right, not that I want to be more far right, more than most people, at least that way I'll be bringing more of the right people to the right-hand side. There's an effect there. Do you understand? Not everyone is going to have the most, crazy, outspoken ideas and solutions and is able to deliver it in the English language the way that I'm able to deliver it in what I already know with the experience that I already have by going to Cyprus, by getting myself educated with the political situation.
That's my perspective. I don't think that you realise going back 50 to 100 years in Cyprus, no one knew who was Greek, who was Turkish. People didn't even know what their lineage. People were speaking Turkish who were of Greek descent. People were speaking Greek who were of Turkish descent.
No, they knew because of the writing. If you look at back then, they knew that, because if you look at the Cypriots, their writing is very different to the Greek writing. It's not very different, but they're more capitalized than the Greek writing. So they did know who they were. And even if you go out to the tomb of the unknown soldier, they have Cyprus outside the tomb, carved into the wall of the tomb of the unknown soldier in Greece.
What's your point? I don't understand what point you're trying to make. Everyone knows that Cyprus.
Yeah, the point I'm answering you, I'm saying the Greeks did know. The Greeks did know who they were. The reason why they knew and they were able to differentiate was because of the lettering that they were using.
You're not realizing we lived for 300 years with these people. Now, whether they're the original inhabitants or where the original... This is irrelevant today. This is irrelevant today. This is irrelevant now. You see what I'm trying to say? So this is the situation we've got. Now, whether the Greeks have been there for 3,000 years and the 80% of the population, it doesn't actually matter. This is what I'm trying to tell you. People that take this view, this is a right-wing view. Well, we've been there longer and we're the majority of the population. This is how we got into the position that we're in by this type of thinking. By this type of rhetoric that you're coming up with. This is not the correct way.
No, but you have to understand something. This is my rhetoric, but my rhetoric has been formed by the information that I have went out there by myself using my money to go and get to understand the situation politically in order for me to be able to see.
I don't know if it's
it's simple. I've already told you. Like,
out there. No,
I didn't work out there. I didn't work out there. I can't work out there. I can't work out there.
Do you know how I work? If I'm looking at a historical debate, I try and put myself into the shoes of that people. So say if I'm looking at Israel and Palestine, I'll try and say, if I was Israeli, how would I feel? But if I was, and I'm able to do that, I'm able to take myself out of my ethnicity, out of my religion, and look at it from someone else's perspective. You're not looking at it from a Turkish Cypriot perspective. You're looking at it from a Greek Cypriot perspective.
But I've always said that, though. I've always said that, though. I've always said that. I can't look at it from a Turkish perspective because that's not my perspective. I can't.
Solve the issue if you
and
can't,
look, we're on the channel right now with 4 different flags on there. Yeah. So if it was just simply Turkish, that's what you wanted to side with, then there would only be a Turkish flag. But the fight is between whose flag is going to be raised fully, 100%. And obviously right now,
it's not a fight, it's a political debate. This is what you're getting on. You're using the wrong terminology. This is political. There's never going to be another fight in Cyprus for as long as it exists. The matter is going to get solved.
So how do you think? So how do you think that they're going to resolve it? Honestly, how do you think they're going to resolve it?
Do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
I've already said my opinion. I reckon it will drag on another 60, 70 years, and
that's not what that's what we don't want. And if it does do that, it's people like yourself with the weak ideologies and weak arguments and weak debates. That is what is going to drag us in this debate for the next 50, 60 years.
That's
That's
what's
the
going to
reason
happen
why I
eventually.
am.
I've already said it. I don't think there's ever going to be a solution. I think it's going to drag on 60, 70 years, and then someone like the UN and
That's
NATO
what
are
you
going to
would
get
want, though.
involved.
If you,
Why
I
would
don't,
that be what I want? That's not what I
I don't
want.
think, well, I think that you do want that to some sort of degree.
No,
I
what I
don't really
want
think
is
that you're
for
really
the
standing
Greek
up for the
Cypriots.
Greeks
The problem
as
with the
much
Greek
as you should,
Cypriots,
even though you're
I'm
saying that
going
it
to
needs
tell
to be
you.
unified. Like unified with
Right,
what?
listen. I'm going to tell you about the problems of the Greek Cypriot
Go
perspective.
on.
We're a little bit too stubborn. We want it our
Yeah.
way. We want the reunification, but we want it a bit how you say. We want it on our terms and conditions. You know, we want the Turkish army to leave. We want the Turkish bases to leave. We want this. We want this. We want that. We want that. And we don't really want to make any concessions. So we're like sort of half-assed serious about it. Do you understand what the problem is? And we can carry on this way until we go another 50, 60, 70 years down the line, and
Oh
the
shit!
decision
Hold on
gets
one
taken out of
second.
our hands.
Yeah, but look, that's like the worst that can happen. And if anybody is
Well,
steering
that's
it
what's
in
going to
that
happen. It's not
direction,
going to
hold
stay
on
like that
one
forever.
second, Michael, one second. If anybody is steering in the narrative in that direction, I promise you, this is just going to end up nowhere. And we've made so much progress in wanting for it to get somewhere.
We've made no
I
progress.
promise, yes,
It's
we
been over
have.
50
We
years.
have
We've
made
made no
progress.
progress.
Maybe you might not know about it behind closed doors or whatever the people in government are doing with the EU.
Listen,
Because
don't.
Nikos Christodoulidis, like, he's not
Nikos
stupid, you know.
Christodoulidis is my mum's third cousin, by the way.
Okay, exactly,
So
fine. So he's not
I don't
stupid
need you
then.
to tell me about
He's
Nikos
not stupid.
Christodoulidis.
He's not stupid. He's
He is a bit
obviously making
stupid, to be fair.
friends. He is
He
is
talks a big
building
talk, but he's not
relationships with the
delivering.
right people. I'm sure he's always mentioning this in his discussions and conversations. And I'm sure when the time is right, I believe that the people, the leaders, from world leaders, great leaders that will stand beside Cyprus will also agree with what Nikos Christodoulidis wants for Cyprus,
Listen, there's
and
one
which is
leader we
also
need to
in
convince.
line,
Right,
which is
listen,
also in
listen to
line
this.
with what
There's one
I'm
leader
saying
that
the
we need to
solution
convince.
is.
Forget all of these American and Britain, and there's one leader we need to convince, and that's Erdogan. That's the man that we need to be having this discussion with. Now, as much as also it involves the Turkish Cypriots, if we can get Erdogan on side and Turkey on side, that's going to lead to us solving the problem. And unfortunately, that's going to involve us making some concessions. Do you understand? We're not going to be able to achieve a united Cyprus without making concessions. So taking the hard, stubborn view of our way or the highway is not going to work.
Well, then a two-state solution is also not going to work either, because what you're basically saying
Well,
is we want to run this side of
this isn't going to work. That's
our
not
part,
going to
which they
work. This isn't
illegally
going to work. That's
invaded
not going to
under our
work.
terms.
Another 50 years goes by. Another 50 years
That's
go by.
crazy. Like, that's just like, you guys are just killing yourselves at this point if that's going to happen. That's crazy. That's mad.
Greek
Like,
Cyprus
it's
and
actually,
Cyprus don't
and you know
actually
what?
believe
Cyprus is not even a
reunification
big
is coming.
country as well. And it's like so hard for us to reach a solution. So hard for us to reach a solution. Why am I a little bit more controversial? Because I get down to the point. I'm saying what the solution is. I'm putting 1 and 1 plus 2. I'm putting, 1 and 1 together. I'm not saying that this is factual, but I'm telling you about what I know about Cyprus. And I've put the puzzles together. I might not have all of it, but that's what I have come to in regards to a
If we
crystallized
sent you
answer
to
of
the
what the
negotiation
solution is for
table,
Cyprus.
if we sent you to the negotiation table with Turkey
Yeah.
and Northern Cyprus, they'd get up, leave, and never come back. The way that you speak, do you understand that? We need to.
Well, no,
mediate with these
I
people,
will sit
not
down and I will
not
still
ostracize
speak.
them.
Yeah.
No, they'd
So
get
I
up.
don't know what you're talking about.
If you sat down with Erdogan and started speaking like the way you spoke, he'll get up, leave. This is how I speak on these lives.
Bro,
Don't
you don't
speak.
even know. You don't even know about
Yeah, probably.
Erdogan. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't
You
hear
don't
you out.
even know
I'll tell
about
you that.
Erdogan.
You need to come under us, and this
I'm not coming under
technology is not going to work.
anyone's thing. I'm sure you guys will want me on your team. I'm not coming under any of that because I stand by what I'm saying.
Is your boyfriend Greek?
He's not Greek. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a
Marlene,
Greek
can you just
Well, the
tell
boyfriend.
us,
baby come
because
from
there's a
somewhere.
lot,
Did the swan bring it down?
there's Michael one sec. There's a lot of comments saying, why do you hate Turks? Have you answered that? I feel like you've answered that earlier. You said you didn't hate Turks, but then you also said that you'd rather not see them have their rights or something. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Just if you can just let them know, because there's a lot of questions in the comments. That's for you, Mylene.
Oh, what, for me? I never
Yeah.
said that I hate Turks. Have you ever heard me say that I hate
Greek.
Turks?
Michael's Greek, by the way. The guy above
Yeah.
you.
I have never said that I hate Turks. I have continuously said that I have Turkish friends. I have Turkish lawyer friends. I've did business with Turkish people. I love how they do business. I like Turkish people. I've never said I hated them. I think the only offensive thing that I said, the only offensive thing that I have ever said was, let's kick them out. And then I retracted that. I took some steps back and I explained to you the reason why I said it. And then I explained to you what it's in relations to. It's the only thing that I've said. It's the only thing that came out of my mouth in regards to anything negative about Turkish people.
So you
And
refer
also,
to
if I wanted to
yourself
talk about
as
things, pardon?
You refer to yourself as an ultra right wing,
I
right?
don't even refer to myself as an ultra right wing. It might look that way,
Okay.
but I do refer to myself as being on the right hand side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right leaning. Let's call it right leaning.
I see the word play
Yeah,
there.
I definitely, yeah, it's not like I'm like leaning towards the middle or like to the left, like, you know,
You're all the way right.
what's his name?
You're
Kyriakos
in the Tommy
Mitsotakis,
Robinson march.
you know, he's right middle. You know, I'm just saying that I know the side that I'm on, which is the right hand side.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
you do know that the Turkish Cypriots have got rights in Cyprus. You do know that.
Not in the Cyprus part.
No, they do. They have it in the Cyprus part as well. They're in the constitution.
And how does that work out?
Well, they're in the constitution. They're entitled to passports, identities. They're entitled to even be in the government. There's about, I don't know how many empty seats. Theo would probably know in the comments, or Pano. There's a number of empty parliament seats that are actually empty physically, because they are waiting for Turkish Cypriots who've got the rights in the constitution,
Yeah.
which we still go by today, 1960.
And they would when they do go up in the group that they go up in, they're going to be stated very clearly what group they are in, right?
Yeah, they were a minority.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They were in
Sure.
1960. I
That's
don't know
fine.
about
That's
today.
normal. Yeah, that's normal. They obviously they need some spokesperson to obviously speak on behalf of people on the Turkish side, for those who aren't, you know,
Yeah, so how
don't have
can
the
we-
language to speak and don't know the situation, etc. Fine, yeah, sure. Of course, we want to hear you. Just like we've been up on stage with other people who speaks for the Turkish side, but unfortunately they're not here at the moment. It's the same thing, right? But I'm still here. I'm still telling you my point of view. I'm still giving you the solutions that I still stand by. And if you were in that room, like they would be going up against us anyway. So
Who's
like
us?
what's the what makes it so like out of like the realm of crazy, like that you think that like when I'm here speaking and standing on behalf of the Greek people and its history, that I don't protect it and I don't defend it in the way that I want to protect and
One
defend it.
minute, how can you stand on behalf of Greek Cypriot people? If you told me like your husband's Greek and your child's half Greek or something like that, I'd be like, okay, you got no dog in this fight. You're just a wind-up merchant from what I can see. What reason is it that you stand behind the Greek Cypriot people? What is it? I don't understand.
Yeah, well, first of all, I do business in Cyprus. So I know a bit about Cyprus. And that's how it all started. I didn't ask for this. I just fell into it.
There's millions of Brits who do business in Cyprus. There's millions of
Sure,
Brits who visit Cyprus.
exactly.
every
And
year.
that's fine then,
They're
right?
not riding
That should be fine,
hard
right?
for the Greek
There's
Cypriot
people
cause.
who come onto this group that are also British and they also talk about the matter. Why are you singling me out?
Because you're saying we and us when you're referring to Greek Cypriots. Like you're gonna
No,
be
I'm not
batshit
just
crazy.
referring to Greek Cypriots. I'm also referring to the British people that also live in Cyprus and, you know, the areas of Paphos, for an example.
Yeah, but that's a different subject completely.
That's why I'm saying we.
So what about the Russians? What about the Ukrainians?
The Russians are amazing. They built some of the loveliest hotels in the Limassol area. Like without the Russians,
With what money?
with the Russian money.
Yeah, with mafia money.
Listen, man, if you go there and you see some of the hotels that they have and some of the hotels and
Are
some
you
of the
telling me
apartments
about
that
going
they
to
built,
Cyprus?
like it's so beautiful. Like it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like it wouldn't be able to come from the Cypriot people. I'll tell you that. Nicely
So they are
said.
slagging us off, saying that we couldn't build infrastructure like what we've got in Limassol without the Russians.
I've just look. I've met people
Well,
who are
the Arabs couldn't
Cypriot
build
Greek
Abu Dhabi. They couldn't
developers,
build
and
Abu
there are
Dhabi
also
without
people that
the,
I've met who are
East Asian
Russian
workforce.
developers. I'm just saying the Russian is a bit more bougie. It's got nice aesthetics. It's a little bit more high, It's a much higher quality. That's all. And we appreciate the Russians being there. So
Who's we?
The Cypriot people, the people in Limassol, the
You're not
people
Cypriot.
who have
I
taken
don't know
in
that
their
they took.
investment and taken in their money
I
to
think
build
that
these
the young
things.
Cypriot kids who can't buy a house, I don't think they appreciate them.
Who can even buy a house nowadays, anyways? You
So
can't
what, you
even buy
think
a
they should
house
just
in
all be
London.
happy living with their mum and dad, not being able to afford rent?
No. I'm
Having to
saying that
commute
there's
from places
loads
like
of
Paphos to Limassol
opportunities
because they
out
can't
there
afford
that
to
you
live
can
in
take,
Limassol.
okay?
You know
And you
how
just
hard
need the right
Cypriots' lives
education,
are?
the right people around you. But
I'm
why are we
telling you
even
now,
talking
not
about that?
because I'm telling you, you're saying that as if all the Greek Cypriots are so happy about the situation
I'm
in
not
Limassol.
saying all, I'm saying like a majority.
Ertan, your
I'm
time,
saying
Ertan.
majority. Otherwise, they would have protested against it ages ago.
Michael, I'm driving the cab, right, and I'm gonna crash the cab when you every 2 minutes again. We.
It's like, could you imagine me
She
going on the
doesn't get it,
Vietnamese
bruv.
live
She
saying
doesn't get
us,
it. She
we?
does not get it, bruv. She's in another planet, bruv.
Like, do you know what I mean? I can understand if her boyfriend's Greek or something like that. This doesn't make no sense to me, man.
Exactly. If her husband was Greek or boyfriend was Greek, fair play. It's like we. Who's we?
You're gonna get my people unalived with the way you're talking.
Who's going to come unalive?
Could you imagine we send her to the UN to have a chat with Erdogan? Erdogan will start a strike that evening, man. The way she speaks.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem, Erdogan. He wouldn't even dare. I promise you, he won't
I'm
even dare.
joking, but what I'm trying to say to you is that you wouldn't invoke peace. You would invoke a second war.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't. How would I invoke a second war?
You're gonna go sit down with Erdogan and tell him, listen,
100%.
take all the Turkish refugees back and bring the Turkish Cypriots under the Greek Cypriots and just leave tomorrow. That's what you go and say to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, if I wanted to cut it short, yeah, definitely.
And what do you think he's gonna say back to that?
Probably no answer.
Okay, so that line of thinking is not productive then,
But
is
you
it?
have to understand something. You're just talking out of myth right now. Obviously, if it ever got to that situation, there's going to be a lot of prep involved. So what I do say, or what if I ever do say it, which is unlikely, and sit down at the table with Erdogan, my words are going to be obviously, be
Okay, you should
different
make
to
your
what
words
it is
like that when
now.
you talk on these lives.
Yeah, because it's not. He's not listening to this.
Brothers and sisters who are
He's not listening to
the way
this,
you
is he?
speak. It's upsetting people. You see you see the way you just said, if I go and sit at that table with Erdogan, the way that I'll talk. That's how you should talk on these lives.
I do talk on these live like that.
Not like you're in your living room with your best mate. That's not how you should.
No.
We're doing a little poll,
No.
Myelin. This is a democracy. I've asked people in the
No,
comments.
but you have to
Keep
understand
you
something. Do
one,
you think
drop
that
you
they would
two.
ever let you
So
into
guys,
the room,
you lot
onto
decide.
the
I'm
table,
not deciding
when
this
you're
because I don't
calling
want
me
to
all of these
discriminate.
horrible names? Do you think they're going to do that?
I
That's
don't
the
want to
reason why your
discriminate. I'm
voice
going to let you lot decide. No, it's okay. I'll let the people decide, It's the people. Look, it's the democracy. I'm not going to make the choice. I think everyone's entitled to free speech. There's been comments saying that she's causing hate. From my eyes, she's not causing hate. She's causing Greeks and Turks to actually
She's not saying hateful speech.
get together. She's
very-
entitled to free speech, right? We all are.
With all due respect to Myelin, she tries to act like she's educated on the Cyprus matter. She's not educated at all.
No,
she's not even looked at it
she's
from a
not
Turkish
causing
Cypriot
any
perspective.
hate. She just
Myelin, we don't even talk about the Turkish Cypriots were living in enclaves in difficult situation before the time of 1974. You
Bro,
don't even
listen,
acknowledge
I've
the
seen
difficulties that they had.
the debris, I've seen the badness, I've
What's
seen
the debris? I've just told you. We've got people that come on these lives. Their family were living in enclaves.
Yeah,
if you've seen all that,
Turkish
where's
Cypriots
your
were
compassion?
ostracized. They were quite now. Whether it was
I'm not seeing any twos in the comments, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing any twos in the comments. Look, Myelin, people are frustrated right now. Let's call it off for a little bit.
no worries.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining.
You're welcome.
Let's do like Ross and Rachel from Friends. We're on a break.
Like I said, everyone's entitled to free speech. I'm not going to judge people for their opinion. It's rough. She never attacked anyone personally.
Bella man.
Yeah, but she didn't attack. She didn't go after anyone
With all due
personally.
respect to her,
You know where I draw the line.
she's on trolling, man.
Yeah, but you know where I draw the line. If no one's being attacked personally, like the other guy, he talked about, what did he say, that Israeli guy? Talked about cleansing people. That's the line you don't.
Stop. That's what
he
she
can't
said
be repeated.
last time she was up, bro. What are you on about?
Yeah,
She said
She
cleansing.
literally
She
said
said
the same
cleansing.
thing. She literally said the same thing.
I never heard that.
Bro,
heard that.
last
If I heard
time-
that, she would have been dropped.
Hey guys,
sure.
she's taken over the program for the last 60 minutes.
She's gone. Look, we did democracy, right?
Look, everyone's come back like magic.
Soft, what
She has
really, bro?
taken over
What
this
is
law
your
for the
plan
last
here, Soft, bro?
2
I need to
years.
know, bro. What are you
What's my what?
planning here?
His
What's
plan
your
is
plan?
divorce.
Like, what is your life about, bro? Like, honestly,
This is the thing. This is the thing,
I
Master
knew,
Gas.
but I clearly don't have a fucking clue.
How would you decide who to keep on your panel? Where
No,
do you
but
draw
she's
the
not
line
even
on
Cypriot.
Christian?
The question was, what is your live about?
But bruv, to be fair to Soft, he's always said if people are not swearing and stuff like
I
that,
beg
he's
you,
gonna
Michael,
everyone
let
have
him
their
answer it
opinion.
though. Like,
You know the answer, Master Gas. You've been here for 2
I've
years
got
now.
nothing but respect for you, but I just don't
I agree,
understand
same.
you. Like,
You've
what
been here
is
for
your-
2 years. You know what my life is about. My life is about
But
United
that's
Cyprus.
the point. I don't now. I did until this. Like, you done it last week, you done it this week. It's like you're not letting Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots discuss, unpack shit. I understand when two people argue about things. I get it. And you like to say, it's a methodology to it and blah, blah, blah. I get that. All right, fine. We may disagree on that, but still the Cyprus problem is involved. Tell me what she fucking brings to our problem.
But it's not. It's like it's
Even,
not like
even if she doesn't solve a problem, she's
Then what
entitled
does
to her
she
opinion,
bring?
man. It's like she could look at us and say she doesn't agree with us.
Have
you
your
know?
own people
Where
that's
do
not
we?
agreeing with her, bro.
No, I get that, but she has a connection in her mind to Cyprus, and she has an
Are you
entitlement
really
to her
gonna?
opinion.
hold on.
Do you really think that I believe that? Come
She
on,
may
bro.
or she may not, but
bro.
No,
that's what
you.
we
Do
know.
you think I
How do we
believe
know?
you? Like, do you
There were
not think? Why don't you just say the
77
truth, bro?
people watching. Yeah, 77 people were watching. Now we all fucking held hostage to what she thinks in her head. Like, allow it, bro.
Like, bruv, like,
I
do you
don't
know
know
what
what
you
you
do? Do
guys
you know what
saw.
you do to me, bruv? Like, you make me want a division when you bring up people like her.
That's not true.
No, that's the fucking truth on my
Oh,
mothers.
oh God.
Mothers,
Go,
bruv.
yo, scroll up,
What
bro,
did you
and read
guys
my
see?
comment.
What did you
Do you
guys
know
see? Did you
why?
not see
Because,
Greeks
like,
defending you in the comments?
bruv, before I came onto these lives, I was a two-stater, okay? I don't have Greek people around me. It's not by choice. It's not through hatred. I just don't have them around me because they've never been anywhere around me. I didn't grow up in an area where it was highly Turks and Greek. These lives have brought me into a much lighter position to understand the Cyprus problem, hear Greek Cypriots conversations, hear what they say. You know better than anyone. When I'm on a panel, I'm a peacekeeper. I like to hear the facts of all sides. That girl there is toxic, bro. She's got a smelly
Doesn't even have
minge, and I
ounce
don't
of.
give a damn what she's got to say.
You know what? She
That
doesn't
is the
even have
smelliest
ounce
minge
of
I've ever seen in my life,
The
bro.
thing is, stop. You're saying that
compassion for Turkish Cypriots.
she's entitled to her opinion. Fair enough, yeah. But it's not like she's some rando that's come up for the first time and is expressing her views. It's not like every single one of us watching or partaking in this live doesn't know what this fucking fool is about. So you already know what her game is. We sat here last week, bro. Not like we didn't hear her the last year when she was espousing the same bullshit. But last week she came up and she said the same thing about how she wants to cleanse the Cyprus of Turks. And then Ediz Abi asked her specifically about Turkish Cypriots, and she made no fucking distinction, and she just roped us all in together.
I didn't hear that cleansing part, like I said earlier. I didn't hear that.
She's an evil person.
Yeah, she tried to
So
get rid
my
of us
point is,
all.
yeah, you're saying, all right, she's entitled to her opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but we're not fucking obliged to sit there and listen to her, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, and there's people, like you said, we've been coming here for 2 years, and we got all sit there now for the last half an hour and listen to that absolute fucking claptrap, bro. Like,
But I think we're all missing the point here. Who are we trying to get through to? We're not trying to get through to people who want peace.
Not her,
Because
bro.
we're trying to get through to the people who are anti.
I've been hearing her. She's
Yeah,
not
but
showing
she
any
has
progress
mentioned
mentally.
nothing about what Turkish Cypriots went through. She has zero compassion for Turkish Cypriots,
Doesn't even know
or they've
about
been
Greek
enclaved,
Cypriots,
or what
though,
happened
John.
to them.
She doesn't even know about Greek Cypriots. Like, she doesn't. Like, she flings out a few
If you
names.
lot
Like,
heard, I said to her, "Can you put yourself in Turkish Cypriot shoes?" And she goes, "No, I can't do that."
Yeah, but
just
she
fucking
does for
said that.
Greek Cypriots. She thinks she does.
We, our term, us, we, bro. Who the fuck is this we, bro?
that's mad. You know, my cat has got more to offer on this topic than she has, bro. Like, it's the dumbest
For God's
thing.
sake,
And
she's from Vietnam.
I had
She's
to
from
come up and
Vietnam.
ask.
She's not even
I had
from Cyprus.
to
All right,
ask
but
you,
can you lot rate the Greeks in the comments for obviously
1 million. 1 million percent.
Yeah, 100%.
But bro, earlier on, when she said, when the other Jan come up, and said, you want to be Greek, she said to her. And she was like, Greeks devised a lot of
greatness in this world. And you went like, it was funny. I was sitting there laughing because you was like, oh, that's made me proud. And I thought, well, get rid of her then, you fucking know. What you going on there for? Just undermining Socrates, bruv, by bringing this girl up here, bro. What you doing? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's mad. Like, I thought you was on a path, bro. Like, and it's just like, I just feel like you're in it for views, bro. I'm just gonna tell you the truth.
I've never said I'm not on it for views.
Okay, so you okay?
And
So that's what
there's
I'm
two
asking.
parts.
Soft
There's two
live's a
parts.
different type of live, innit?
Yeah, there's two parts to this.
commercial,
Look,
bro.
listen,
Commercial.
Michael, listen. How would you have known about this live if there weren't a bit of I don't know, a bit of
I found you
arguments
from
or a bit
YouTube,
of.
bro. So I'm a bit different, man. I'm
All
not on
right.
TikTok.
What I'm
You
trying to
made me a
say is,
TikTok guy.
look at the long term goal. Yeah, if this live doesn't go out to enough people, there's not going to be enough people coming and
No,
listen.
but the first live,
what are you sending
It's
out
a
to them,
fine
bro?
balance. It's a
the
very
first
fine
ones that I
balance.
listened to on YouTube was mainly Escape, John, Big Sav, and they were debating and arguing and getting into arguments, but they were arguing about valid stuff, if you know what I mean. She's
Listen,
just talking absolute.
Michael, I'm not a
bananas.
marketing genius, but I do know no one gives a fuck at the end of the day. Yeah, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about you or me or anybody.
do. I
All
give
right,
a
we
fuck.
say we do. We say
No,
we
I give
do,
a fuck.
right?
You
No
ain't
one
my
knows.
friends, but I give a fuck.
Okay,
That's
all right,
the truth.
all right.
Yeah.
Maybe some people give a fuck, but most people do not give a fuck. How are we going to reach those people?
I think people want to hear good debate. They want to hear, something that can spark their intelligence. When we're doing this mild-mannered dumb shit, it's like kindergarten shit, man. It's petty, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if someone's got a right-wing view, or someone like Adai Chile, who's a bit extreme, but then he comes across with his view and he expresses himself a bit. I don't mind that, but when you're talking absolute bullshit and you ain't got no...
Yeah, I agree.
Bro,
And
how much
the answer
Michael?
the answer to this question is yes. Sometimes you do need to do shit for views.
No,
Because if you
okay,
don't,
yeah,
the live
yeah.
won't go out, and it will just be three of us here talking.
Cuz
No,
you
no.
We're
get
not going to get
numbers,
through to
bro.
everywhere, you know?
You get numbers. You do. You bring in numbers. Like, you bring in more numbers than all the other lives.
But think
Why
about
do
it,
you
Edis.
need
Why am I
more,
doing
bro?
this? Do you think I want numbers because I'm getting paid?
No, bro,
I
thought...
I get like
No,
5p for this.
no. You're misunderstanding me. What I'm saying to you
Go.
is, I thought, yeah, and I still partially think
Oh, but
that
what
you
said
give
I'm
a
gonna start
shit,
getting
that
appearances.
you give a shit about the Cyprus problem, okay? I believe you do. You're running for for a political position at one point, bruv. Yeah, so, like, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, you give a shit. All right, cool. I don't agree with everything I hear. All right, cool. We're not always going to agree. But how the fuck am I going to hear a Greek Cypriot or a Turkish Cypriot come up and say something of absolute worth that we may need to hear from the other side of the fence when we're trudging through that amount of bullshit that woman is bringing? Because to get numbers, come on, bro. Toxicity brings toxicity. It'll only bring toxic people. It's not going to bring the right people. Yeah?
There's two reasons to get numbers. One is for money, which is not what I'm doing.
No,
it
it's
for.
not. You're not
And
making money
One
on
is
it,
for
bro.
reach.
I know that.
The other one is for reach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's
what
two
kind of
reasons.
reach
You've
you
got to
want?
agree though, guys. If we're all talking like we're all become friendly with each other now and we don't argue anymore and whatnot, like people here in our lives, like the ones we do most weeknights, they'll listen to it for 5 minutes, be like, these fuckers sound like
Yeah,
the
but
best of friends.
cuz, do you not think on my other account I could start running videos of boilers that I could start doing some controversial shit. Look at this fucking customer doing this, doing that, doing that. Of course I'm gonna bring in people, but what kind of people? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I get your analogy. Yeah, like controversy sells. I understand that.
Exactly.
Right? I understand that.
But
You
at the
think I
same
don't?
time, from day one, I have always said everyone's entitled to free speech. So if I start saying Mylin's not allowed to have free speech or she's got to go, then where do I draw the line? Maybe I might not agree with what you say.
No,
I
rope
might have
her
to
in,
drop you
bro.
as well.
No, but you're not roping her in. What you're doing is you're letting her run ragged on people. Yeah? On the people that you wish to recognize and respect for the island with, i.e. your counterparts, Turkish Cypriots, you are letting her run a madness on them. She don't let no one speak. She's chatting the mostest shit and you're letting her do it. So earlier, when I'm spamming the comments going, every Turk just get off of this live. Let the Greek Cypriots deal with her because she's clearly advocating for you and you lot don't agree with her. We can't get through to her. She's not going to hear us. So Greek Cypriots need to deal with her. Then when everyone dropped, yeah, bless Michael, he's left on his own to
You know what,
batter her.
Michael did well though.
Yeah, he done really well. Bless Michael, he had to batter her, but you didn't even back him. I don't understand it. Like educate her. I thought that's what we're doing then. Like she brings controversy. How
Guys,
far
she's
do
very
you want it to go?
toxic. She's a toxic person. That's what she is. She's a
She
toxic
thrives
person.
on toxicity.
She's a horrible person. She should worry about Vietnam. Don't worry about Cyprus. She should
Guys,
worry
listen,
about
it's
making
hard.
some
It's hard
kids
to
in.
stay. It's hard to
That's the
stay
noodles and
neutral.
that.
I totally understand that. But if I'm going to do this long term, like I said, I can't be taking sides. No matter how controversial. Like I said, I do have lines. I draw the lines at personal attacks, as you know. I drop people straight away. But if someone's giving their true opinion, that's their true opinion.
No,
It's a
so
debate.
you're getting it wrong.
Nah,
So.
but she's taking the piss out of us, but my friend. She's
I
taking
know
the
she
piss out
is,
of all
but
of us.
you have an opportunity to defend yourself.
Bro,
Yeah, but we can't
she
because
didn't
she talks over
know.
us. You can't even talk with her.
Yeah, Ender's right, bro.
Right?
She didn't know that the Turkish Cypriots are part of the constitution. Come
Now she
on.
knows.
Like, no, she didn't know until
Now she
you
knows,
got
yeah.
involved and told her after she's caused a barrage of bollocks. Like, what she should have done was how we always do with everyone is told her from the beginning. Like, bruv, you know me. Do you think I don't bring a sense of calmness to a live if I'm on? Like, for me to say this to you, yeah, I'm being deadly serious. Like, I tried with her. She ain't hearing it. Yeah, she's not on that. She's on pure division. That's what she's on. Your country that you're repping for is already divided. And you will let someone with the rhetoric of division to keep spitting division. Until what point? Until your numbers hit 75. And then you're going to get involved. It don't make no sense to me, bro.
What
sorry,
division
no,
did you
I
see? What
respect that,
division?
but I just
What
don't get
division?
it.
No, it's all right. Look, we're having a debate here as well. What division
Yeah.
did you see tonight between us?
What division? I saw
Did you
every
see between
Turk.
Greeks and Turks?
I saw every Turk jump off your live, yeah, because they knew there was no getting through to it. I saw every Greek. I saw it bring in Israelis. I saw it bring in racists, and
No, I
that's
get
what I
that.
saw.
I get that. But what
Yeah.
was the division between Greeks and Turks? Did you see?
Well, she said she doesn't want no Turks on that island. They all need to go.
She said yes, but what
Yeah.
matters? What opinion matters? The Greeks in the
said that
comments and the
last time,
Turks in
bro.
the comments.
Not
That's
this
Yeah,
what
but
time.
really
She said that
bro,
last
are you
time.
not meant to? Don't you have a duty as a host to kind of, put some boundaries down, though? No.
Depends how far you want to go with boundaries.
Well, your country's
Everyone's got different
divided, and
boundaries,
she's talking about ethnic cleansing. So
That
there's
was a boundary. Yes, that is a boundary. 100%.
but you didn't bring it. You didn't shut her down.
I didn't hear that last time, and I heard it today. Even when I heard that Israeli guy say it, you got dropped straight away.
Well, I don't know.
You know,
bro.
it's just I'm not
Listen.
always 100% focused. But if I hear that, that's the red line. Personal
All right,
attacks.
cool. All right,
That's
so
the
watch
red
this
line.
then. All right, you've heard it now. So where does she stand now then? Yeah, she's coming up next week. Yeah, should we all tune in to the Mylin show next week?
I don't know. I mean, if she's changed the tune,
you might let her off a week. You're bringing her back again. You
listen.
like
I mean,
that,
look.
bro.
Does she not deserve the chance to go have a little read, maybe
She's
change
not
her
making
mind,
any
change her
progress,
opinion, and
though,
come
man.
back?
Oh, you're making the assumption she can read.
Yeah, all right. I'm assuming.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm assuming if she goes and does a research and comes back and says, you know what, I was wrong, would you not want to hear that, or should we just shut them down forever? If she comes back
I'll tell
with
you
the
this
same rhetoric,
now. If she does that, send me your bank details. Yeah, I'll send
There
you
you
a
go.
bullseye.
There
Yeah,
you go. There you
yeah.
go.
But actually, I shouldn't say that because I think she's
You're
paid,
in,
and I think she's
Yeah, there you
paid,
go.
and I
I'll give her
think
half.
you've already paid her in yun, bruv. I think
Yes.
you've already paid
If
her
you're
in
having
yun.
a political
So I'm not
debate
even going to
and
do
you
that because
can't,
you're going to make more money. Fuck that deal. You paid her already.
if you're in a
Listen, I ain't
political
making money
debate
on the
and
live,
can't
bro.
look
I'm
at it
gonna
from
need that
another
money.
person's perspective, you're not going to get anywhere. And there's a lot of people like that, but you have to look at it from the other side. And if you can't, if you're that, blinded by hatred, you can't look at it from the other side. You're never going to get anywhere. And listen, I know a lot of people think that I'm a Turkish sympathizer. I don't really give a shit, but
Well, you think I don't get it, Mike? You think I don't
Yeah.
get it from Turkish Cypriots when I have a calm demeanor and I understand the Greek Cypriots' sympathies and their point of view? I get the same thing, bro. But that's what these lives have promoted in us. You might not have been like me at the beginning, but I'm where you're at to a degree. Maybe not so much. I don't believe completely in a complete unity because I think there'll just be too much civil unrest. Yeah, nothing to do with hatred though. But that's what these lives have done, and it's magical. Yeah, to see when it happens. But so when you see this level of spout, it's a hard life to avoid. Soft. Take it as a compliment. Yeah, your life is a hard life to avoid because you can go into other lives, see racism or see hatred, and go, "I'm fucking off." But you know what I mean? You're bringing in mass, well, not going to say mass, but in comparison to the others, you are bringing in mass numbers of both Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. I would love to see some decorum.
There will be. You know that. This is the start. You know, we've been doing this a long time, but we're nowhere near where we're supposed to be. You know, every now and then we do bring in new Turks and new Greeks who some of them don't even know about the situation. Some of them are a little bit racist. Some of them haven't had the opportunity to talk to the
I
other
don't
side.
mind them. Those I can deal with. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a slow process, Michael. You know it. Look, you've been hearing it for a year now, and you've seen it yourself. You know, people come in, they're angry, they're racist, and they leave.
I've seen a lot of right wingers on both sides change their views and soften up over time.
I've seen that too.
I haven't seen that with Mylene.
And that's the goal at the end of the day. Look, numbers are numbers, but like I said, if someone doesn't want to be here, then be my guest. Do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit there and like whatever was happening in the comments. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, I always say this. You don't like it, you know, there's other lives, you know? But that's not my goal. My goal is to bring people together.
It's nice to expect more from it, though. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a compliment to you. You should see it as a compliment.
I appreciate that. Listen, man, you know, there's respect for you, man. There's respect for you,
bro.
man.
I have it for you. If I didn't respect you, I wouldn't come up here and talk about it. Like I'd just say, life's dead. I'm out here. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it. Like you got people in the bottom now that want her back, mate. Like really mad.
Listen, the reason
you can't win. Yeah, go on, Mike.
It's because unlike a lot of other people in this life, I've grown up in mixed friendship groups. I've got Turkish Cypriots in my family, so I feel like I'm of a position of influence to show the unity that we have as people. You know, my dad had Turkish Cypriot friends, and a lot of people, they didn't grow up like that, but the people that know the true Cypriots and the true Turkish Cypriots and the true Greek Cypriots, when they're together, it's different, man. They're the same people, man. And if you don't know that, that's a real shame to me. You know, you don't know what being Cypriot is. Because if you really knew what being Cypriot is, you would know at one point we are the same people, Greek or Turkish. And if you don't know the old school Cypriots and you haven't seen an old school Greek Cypriot interact with an old school Turkish Cypriot and then they're mixing the languages, then you don't really know what being a Cypriot is. And I'm sorry to say that, that's the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
I went to Turkish Cypriot customers the other week. They speak better Greek than me. As soon as they heard that I'm Greek, you know, it's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Honestly, the old school Turkish Cypriots, when I come across them and the way I speak to them, I look at them like they're my nationality, like they're my ethnicity. It could be my auntie, it could be my grandmother. I look at them exactly the same. I see them as the same people. That's just me, though. Maybe that's the way I see things.
Yeah, bruv, I don't know. Like I said, look, this live too calm for the haters now. They want controversy, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not partaking.
I think it might be a good opportunity for all of us to chill a bit as well. But I don't know, maybe restart the subject. Alpha is saying
we'll
direct
have a
democracy.
solution by the end of the year. 100% no chance. Escape. Let's bring Escape in.
Go on, Escape. Go on. Lighten the mood a little bit, man. Go on, sort out the mood if you can.
Well, I heard some of the stuff that was going on earlier, and I left. You know, I just thought this is probably not going to be the right live for me tonight. But I only heard snippets of it. Look, the region is in a very difficult situation, you know, and the tension between Turkey and Greece is also heating up. We've got to make a decision as people from the region. Do we fight each other? Do we go to war? Do we blow up the opportunities that our future generations have? Or do we try to live peacefully and work together as neighbours? Blow it up! Well, look, there you go. I mean, Shahin wants, Guns N' Roses, fireworks.
Actually, I'll take a bit of Jimi Hendrix, a bit of Purple Haze.
But, you know, ultimately, the decisions that our politicians make today will impact future generations to come. And I actually think we're at that precipice now. We're at the crossroads. You know, I'm reading things about America trying to redraw the region, redraw the Middle East. If you follow the Turkish ambassador, Tom Barrack, you read between the lines, it looks like they're supporting maybe the reincarnation of an Ottoman Empire. That doesn't always go down well with everyone. It certainly doesn't go down well with Turkish nationalists and Republicans, and it probably won't go down well with other people in the region. So we don't know what the Americans are planning, what the Israelis are planning, but what I am seeing is that they want to sort of, rip it up and start again. Do the Turks and Greeks work together, or do they oppose each other on the battlefield? Has the live gone down?
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, I think it did.
It just stopped for a second, innit?
Yeah.
Mylene reported us.
So, I mean, obviously I'm just coming in trying to start a different discussion, but it is heating up. I mean, Sofo, I don't know if you're following politics at the moment, but things are heating up, especially in the Aegean, and it's becoming militarized again. There's an arms race happening. We can try and brush it under the carpet and deny its existence, but there is an arms race happening. It's forming right in front of our eyes, and frankly, the more you gas these people up, the more likely they are to fire.
Skip, what do you think of the current meeting? I mean, today's meeting with Kılıçdaroğlu and the Kazakhstan Prime Minister?
Well, I mean, look, Tom, the Americans just come out and said that the Turkish states are, it's their freedom pass. It's their golden ticket to be able to put pressure on China and Russia. Those Turkish states, that formation of the Turkish Council is like gold dust, right? And yes, Kazakhstan is being goaded to play, both sides, if you like, but ultimately they're a Turkish country, and they hold the keys to the region amongst some of the other Turkish states. So, is Cyprus meeting with them under the guise of the European Union? Is it just standard diplomacy? Ultimately, Cyprus, guys, I don't want to break your hearts, but in the grand scheme of things, Cyprus is a very, very, very small country with an even smaller economy. And I know as Cypriots, we like to think of ourselves as really important in everything we do, but ultimately we will be pushed from pillar to post and used as pawns if they believe that Cyprus is that important. And I think the strategic importance of Cyprus is diminishing, and I know they like to talk about it as being a base, a floating base, but I think it's diminishing. So they can meet with whoever they want, really. It doesn't matter. Christodoulis could have a meeting with Trump and Putin at the same time. I don't think it will make any difference to the designs on the region.
It's, like you said, it's like Turkic state, so it's giving them a false hope, or are we getting the false hope?
But what do you expect from the meeting? What does anyone think would happen? I mean,
it didn't happen before, but it's happening now. He's never been invited to Kazakhstan before. Why now?
Well, because the Cypriots need friends in all the right places. and so do the Greeks. So if they can befriend the Kazakhs, and the Kazakhs can turn around to the Turks and say, hey, they've offered us some money, or they've offered us some deals, or they've offered us some incentives. It's the same as Azerbaijan's relationship with Israel. These are independent states, and they're able to go and conduct diplomacy and foreign policy on different levels. I mean, Turkey doesn't control them or rule them or dictate how they do politics, but ultimately, look, it's like Turkey's foreign minister said the other day. He actually made the comment, and he said this a couple of times. He said that Turkey's happy to normalize its ties with Israel as long as Israel stops unaliving Palestinians and recognizes a Palestinian state. And he also floated the idea the other day about Israel potentially joining a Turkish military and economic union with other states like Qatar and Egypt. So,
as a Turk, I would not want that.
Well, I mean, look, things change very quickly, and
No, fuck all that. I ain't trying to hear that.
That's what they're floating.
I don't give a shit what they're floating. They can float that right into the toilet.
But you did hear Hakan Fidan say that, right? You did.
I don't care. Like, if everything is there a contingency? What's it contingent upon? A Palestinian state?
Yeah, it's contingent on stopping the unaliving of the Palestinians, making sure they have a state.
So we're talking about an impossibility here, yeah?
Well, I mean, they also want us to sign the Abraham Accords, and if you remember on the lives in the past, Shahim, I've always said they need Turkey to sign the Abraham Accords, and this is what it's coming to now. Don't forget, Erdogan met with the leader of BlackRock, the CEO of BlackRock, recently, about 3 months ago. And after that, they changed the way their tax system works. They've basically turned Turkey into a tax-free haven.
That was in response to the exodus of people leaving Dubai.
Well, maybe it was a strategic decision, but I think there's more to it.
About no tax for 20 years on income out of Turkey, yeah?
Yeah. But I don't think it was so much a Dubai thing, but more of a, maybe a BlackRock thing.
Yeah, I just think it's perfect timing.
Yeah, it worked out as a smart business move. But, I mean, Turkey have for example, the Fiat Duplo? The vans, they had stopped making Fiat vans in Turkey for about 3 or 4 years. They've now started again, or they're going to start again.
Are you for this? Are you for Turkey signing the Abraham Accords?
I'm not for Turkey signing the Abraham Accords, but
I think Turkey already said they're not going to sign it.
Yeah, but look, what I'm saying, guys, is that it could change tomorrow, and I've always said this about Turkey and the Turks and Greeks and the Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. If our politicians dislike each other today, there's a bit of an echo. As the public, we may support that ideology, but if they're friends tomorrow, as the public, we're more likely to support the friendship ideology.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, there's a lot of disdain for Turkey in the Muslim world as it is. Yeah, there's a lot of love, but there's a growing resentment as well. Yeah, don't be so naive to think that there's a lot of Muslims who are against Turkey and Erdogan because of their lack of action for the Palestinians. Okay. If they were to do anything like sign any sort of agreement, any normalization of diplomatic ties, be it economic, be it strategic, be it military, before 1 second, guys. Sorry. Before the Palestinians get a state, right? That I don't think that's going to go down very well in the Muslim world. And if you're trying to be one of these leaders, right, trying to unify the Muslims, I mean, it's pretty antithetical to your cause.
Well, look, Erdogan's coming to the end of his tenure. So, I mean, Panop asked a question earlier about the hollowing out of the opposition in Turkey. Again, we've spoken about this on the lives. 6-7 months ago when Imamoglu was arrested. The opposition are in turmoil. It's infighting. Some like to blame it on Erdogan, but it's actually very little to do with Erdogan. It was an infight. It was something that was brought into court by opposition members against their own party members. It's blown up. The guy that I called a dictator previously, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, has come back to head up the opposition.
They stormed the JHP headquarters.
Well, yeah, because the geezer was arrested. I think they tried to arrest Özel, and he wouldn't leave, would he? So the police stormed him. But
so long as JHP and the rest of them are in turmoil and dysfunction, that bodes well for AKP.
Of course, that too. I mean, I'm not going to deny that. 100%.
I don't give a shit, bro. They can arrest each other all they want.
But Shahin, do I think there's a chance that Turkey sign the Abraham Accords? Possibly. Honestly, I possibly think it may happen.
That could cause civil war. You know that.
Yeah,
I really think that could cause civil war.
Did you see the case of the Egyptian police officer that murked Israeli tourist?
No, what happened?
Well, he just took out his pistol and did what I think most people feel like they want to do. Right? You think? Do you know? I mean, this is not really a stat to be proud of. The world's most angriest people. Turkey's ranked number 1, right?
Yeah.
Lebanon is ranked number 2 after them, right? So, do you think that signing the Abraham Accords is going to go down well with the Turkish people? You must be absolutely joking.
Well, look, these are the same people that cry poverty, but managed to break the world record, having 118,000 spectators watch Kanye West. At the Atatürk Olympic Stadium.
Escape. There was a lot of tourists all around the world, including a lot of Russians and everyone else.
There you go. Fans. But 118,000 people crammed into a stadium in Istanbul to watch Kanye West. I will also give you my opinion on my own people, Turkish Cypriots. They like to be wooed, okay? And we're very proud people, sometimes with a bit of a chip on our shoulder, maybe an inferiority complex sometimes, but we like to be wooed. So if a rich American comes along and flashes the cash, there's a good chance that we might become a bit malleable. And the same may happen if the Jews flash the cash. Let's use the word, the proof is in the pudding. We've seen both sides, Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots, sell their properties and their lands almost unfiltered to our Jewish friends. Yes or no?
I think that's different than political alignment you're talking about, because I personally don't have any hate towards any Jewish or Israeli people, that they are another nation. But when it comes to political stuff, I personally do not like Netanyahu. I don't agree anything he says with, and I don't agree anything he does. If Turkey agrees with Netanyahu as the president of Israel, and it's in Turkey, it's not about right wing, left wing. I think both right and left equally don't like Netanyahu.
You're right. But what would happen if Netanyahu was to disappear?
Erdogan plays to his religious base, yeah? If Erdogan loses his religious base, Erdogan, not just Erdogan, AK Party is finished in Turkey.
Yeah.
End of story.
True. Escape
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I don't know if you need to answer Shaheen, but you know that there is a Kenya West concert in Istanbul.
Yes, I just
Actually,
mentioned it.
I've been following everything that is going on in Turkey and Istanbul. But we are invite Eminem to come and sing in North Cyprus in Kyrena. And it's gonna be the only one song, Slim Shady. Yeah, you know the song. Love you all, and I'm going off, brothers and sisters. Love you all.
Haydi akşamlar abi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading that there's some talk about, a financial facility or some swap lines opening up between America and Turkey. I don't know, guys, but from what I'm seeing and what I believe, and I've said it all along, Netanyahu will go. They may even arrest Netanyahu and allow, Turkish troops in some shape or form to deliver aid to the Palestinians, to make a big show about it. And that may be the opening for Turkey to come in and sign something like the Abraham Accords. It's going to be
I don't think it should be that quick escape. Look at North Cyprus. We still paying the price of not following the rules, right? Like from international UN, so Israel gets away with anything they want. No, it doesn't work that way.
No, mate. There can be no. Like, you have to understand how dumb. You really have to think about how dumb it would look for the Turks to ever sign anything. The Turks have to be the. You know what it reminds me of? You ever seen that movie with Mel Gibson called We Were Soldiers about Vietnam?
No, I haven't actually. No.
There's one speech that he gives, right? He's like, I'll be the first one to step on the battlefield, and I'll be the last one to step off the battlefield. That has to be Turkey, yeah? Once all the ducks are in a row, Turkey has to be the last piece of the puzzle. There's no way Turkey could ever be the first nation to... No fucking chance.
We're not the first.
They would look like the biggest dickheads going. No, and the only reason why any other nation... Fuck the UAE, bro. I don't even count them as a proper state, bro. Yeah. The point that I'm making, is there would have to be the rest of the people or the rest of the nations that they want to sign the Abraham Accords would have to be up for it, right? And if they're all going to be unified and have a unanimous position, which is we will all sign the Abraham Accords, that will all be a consequence of and be contingent upon the Palestinians getting their rights and getting their own state. It's the only way possible.
And Israel should have a lot of sanctions from what they done, being like war criminal, and they should maybe even be unrecognized state and recognize Palestine. Then yes, Turkey can sign.
How is it they're gonna go from trying to spread this rhetoric that Turkey is their next target, right? They're trying to sow that seed now. Turkey is the next threat. And now all of a sudden we're going to be signing the Abraham Accords along with them. Like that doesn't even make sense.
You know what? If we do that, then we are America's dog. That's it. We're not.
Yeah, I agree with John, bro. If Erdogan or anyone, if Turkey, any party signs the Abraham Accords, just know that Turkey is the fucking bitch of the USA, and I mean that in the literal sense, like the dog. Yeah.
I want to go Turkey for the whole day.
Well, look, guys, I think I've calmed down quite a bit now. I think I do owe an apology to TC Rebel. I don't know if he's still here, but I said something stupid. So sorry, TC Rebel, if you're listening or not.
What happened? I didn't even hear anything.
He said something in the comments, and I responded with the same. I don't know.
Demeanor.
Yeah, basically, yeah, and I shouldn't have. So, anyways, all calm now.
Good.
Yeah, it gets heated, man. It gets heated. But look, with this Mylin situation, I don't want to keep talking about it, but I hope people can understand the long-term goal. I don't take it seriously. I don't think anyone does. As a person, maybe she's a good person, maybe she isn't. We don't know. Like I said, this is TikTok. We don't know her true intentions. Maybe she comes up here to wind people up. Maybe that's how she truly feels. But regardless, she you know, she's a person, right? So she can be listened to. If she comes back again and says the same stuff, I will not allow her up next time. Simple. Right, Turkish and Greek Cypriot brothers and sisters. I am doing this for you lot, just so everyone knows. I am doing it. I don't have to do it. It takes up a lot of my time. I'm doing things in the background. So I ain't doing this for likes. I ain't doing it for views. Even though when people ask me stupid questions, I give them a stupid answer. So, you know, that's just how I am. Yeah.
I mean, look, you know, the Mylene character is a divisive one, you know. And
what would you do, Escape? You're obviously a smart guy. So what would you do in that situation if you were me?
Well, listen, I didn't hear it all tonight. I stepped away, but I mean,
she's a character
it's not
that people think she's divisive.
It's not that I think the issue with Mylene is not so much what she says; it's the fact that she doesn't.
Mylene is she's a malignant cunt.
Well, that's one way of putting it, but she she doesn't let other people argue their point or communicate. She talks over them, she shuts them down, and she stops the debate. So that's a big factor, I think.
Bro, I'm sorry, but I have zero etiquette, zero courtesy, zero morals, just zero for that human being.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know her from
Not
Adam.
just against Turks. Like, give a shit. I don't really give a fuck. Can be against Turks. How many Greeks are against Turks on these lives? I don't. You know, I don't have half of the hate that I have towards them than I do to her. But she's just.
That sounds like it's working then, man.
You know what I mean? Like on every wrong, whatever side there is to be on, she's just always on the fucking wrong side, bro. Yeah. Not only with this stuff about ethnically cleanse the Turks, then she was talking about what the Israelis are doing is good, right? And it's just like, bro, how fucking like unaware are you?
Yeah, I missed a lot of that. I mean, what I will say, Soph, is, and you've experienced it. We've been on these lives in the past where, you know, people have really been under a lot of pressure, particularly because of the way they've managed their lives. And, you know, hearts have been broken. You know, people have you know, fled and never come back. And maybe because at the time they may have been too lenient. So, you know, just be mindful that if you are too lenient, you might get the hammer come down on you too.
No, I get that.
You know?
But then it's hard, man. You know how it is. You can't please everyone, right?
Of course.
You trying to please both sides. You're trying to make peace. You're trying to find a solution. But honestly speaking, I didn't hear her say anything about cleansing Turks. And if I did, of course, everyone knows where I stand. You know, everyone knows where I stand. I'm not a Turk hater, obviously.
No.
You know, obviously not. You know, my kids are half.
Yeah, if you want to wake up,
Turkish.
you should
Exactly.
Turkish.
Plus, I don't want to piss off Jan because she got that Kurdish DNA, and I ain't fucking with that. You know, I ain't fucking with the Kurds. You know, so yeah, people know where I stand. If I heard it, I would have dropped it. So, in terms of being lenient, Escape, mate, it's still a hard one, man. Because where do you draw the line?
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I
just
understand.
gonna keep moving.
Yeah, I understand what Eddie's was saying earlier. And I think that comes from our experience on other lives that have basically been shut down because of these divisive characters. I mean, I think back to Kemal's live where, you know, someone made a wolf whistle and, you know,
said back, isn't that a silly thing?
Well, to
shut down a line.
It shapes people's opinions. You know, the past does shape your opinion on you know, the future and how you react to things, and maybe that's, you know, that's stuck in people's psyche a little bit. So you know, and it's true what Michael was saying too. We have formed a little bit of a friendship. That, you know, there's people on these lives who are friends, even if they're not friends outside of the live, they have an unspoken respect for each other. When someone comes in and tries to divide and make divisive statements, people look to their friends for support. And if that support doesn't come and that defense doesn't come,
the problem with that though, Escape, is that we're creating a bubble. You know, we're
Yes.
basically going back into a bubble, and there's no solution. There's no talking the truth. There's no, pushing boundaries and trying to discover and trying to understand people. You know, once you're in a bubble, that's it. There's no real progress there. You know.
Look, I mean, you're going to have Mylins come on. You know, you're going to have those types of characters, and you're going to just need to manage it. I mean, I don't mind a bit of fun and games every now and again.
It's entertainment. I mean, I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, Escape, but there's two ways, right? You need to get reach. There's no other way to get reach. If people have never been here before who are Greek or Turkish, come and listen to a boring conversation. They're not going to come in. They're not going to hear you talk nicely about Greeks, or hear Michael talk so nicely about Turks. They're not going to hear that. They're going to keep scrolling. You know, we're in competition, not just with right wings or left wings, but we're in competition with everyone right now.
Of course,
we need to get our message across.
I'll give you a suggestion on how to improve your reach, and I think who. I mean, I tell you who attempted this. Alex, at one point he had almost like an agenda, or was it Alex, or was it one of the other guys? I can't remember early on, but he would put out the lives agenda, a week in advance. So next week we're going to be talking about I don't know, 1974 and the before and after, and we've got 4 or 5 posts that go out, teeing people up, and it's 7 p.m. on the dot, and it's only on for an hour, whatever it is, just to try and sort of warm people up. I think that will improve your reach. That's a good
point. Yeah.
If you plan in
open
advance.
to suggestions, man. I mean, look, I'm not saying what I'm doing is correct. I'm not saying I know everything or this is the right way to do it. It's just I'm trying to find a balance. I know where the limits are, right? I know where to draw lines, but it's not perfect, obviously. It's just the goal is still the same. The goal is to try and get Greeks and Turks talking to each other. If it needs a bit of updating, like you said, we've been doing this 2 years now. Maybe it's time to change the recipe a bit. I'm open to it, But I still think you need a bit of entertainment factor. That's the thing. I'm speaking truthfully here.
I agree.
You agree, right?
This is when I have to say, and I'm going to admit to everyone listening, when I saw Shahin come up, I called for Mylin to be resurrected. I wanted to see a little bit of a clash.
Yeah,
I think Shahin might have been able to take her on and win, but not everyone wanted to see that.
That's the thing, man. How can you please everyone? How
Shahin,
can you please everyone?
Was I wrong to think like that?
No, I don't think so. Everyone's here for entertainment. Why are you on TikTok? Entertainment is number 1, right? Number 2, hopefully you learn something, right?
100%.
Number 1 is you're here for because you've got some spare time. You don't want to watch TV. You want to hear maybe a couple of debates, a couple of arguments, and in between you might learn something about Cyprus. Right? That's what it's about. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, look. Hopefully, like I said with Mylin, if she's willing to listen and willing to sort of do her research and take on board some of the feedback and some of the sort of historical lessons from her counterparts, she might change her views or soften her approach too. Who knows?
This is the thing. We've seen it happen. I'm sure you've seen it as well, Skip. You've seen people argue. The classic Sav and Jan.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers those clashes. They were serious clashes. They were going personal at each other. I'm not saying they're best mates now, but they've got respect for each other. And that's what you can get out of it.
The thing about the Cyprus issue is that it's very, very emotional. It's very, very heated. In some ways, we've brushed it under the carpet as a people. Why? Because the borders have been open for God knows how many years. We, as people, we come and go. We shop at, some people shop in the north, some people shop in the south. They get on with their lives. But the trauma and the hurt has been brushed under the carpet. And that's an issue for a lot of people because when a decision needs to be made, they can't make a decision without that bias. You know, the bias of my grandma and grandfather went through this, or my uncle was unalive because of this. That bias remains because it's never been dealt with, and it, unfortunately, as a people, we've suffered with a lot of propaganda. Especially, I have to say, to be honest, especially the Greek Cypriots, there is a lot of propaganda, not just in terms of Cyprus, but Greece too. I mean, if you spend some time on X, formerly Twitter, you'll see that people can't even get over the whole Istanbul Constantinople thing. It's quite worrying. It's worrying to see.
I agree with Skip. I'm on X quite a lot as well. I know what you're talking about.
It's sad. It really is sad. And these people can never be unbiased. I mean, look, I live in an area of London, and I actually have been backing behind the scenes a Greek Cypriot guy to become a leader of the local authority, right? And it was a tongue-in-cheek comment by Andy. He sent me a message and he says, "Oh, Rare Escape, I'm surprised you're backing him. You do know he's Greek Cypriot, don't you?" I said, "Of course I know he's Greek Cypriot, but I'm backing the right man for the job." And only someone who lacks those biases and can see a human being for what they are can make that decision. But if I hate a Greek because of historical reasons, then I'm unlikely to back him, and this is probably what you're seeing and hearing with people like Mylin. She's obviously got a reason to dislike the Turks, whether it be personal.
Escape. Like, look, she's from Vietnam. She hasn't got a clue about Cyprus, so I don't know what she's on about. She was up here last week bagging the Turks, how the island needs to get rid of all the Turks. So she's saying ethnic cleansing. How can you back her up, brother?
Well,
she's a moron.
And then
moron,
I reckon she was in a relationship with a Turk and he broke her heart.
Yeah, but she can't come here and start
I think that's what's happened to her. I think she's broken hearted.
But this is a very great life. This is a beautiful life, mate. And he's doing a good job, yeah? It's really good. Everyone's talking with each other, the Greeks, the Turks. It's fantastic.
Thanks, mate. I love a compliment.
I honestly love it, mate. I'm in Australia and I found you. And I really enjoy it. And he's a fantastic people.
Ender, would you have found us if there wasn't a bit of controversy or a bit of, drama? Be honest.
No, I would have.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like politics. Yeah, I like the Greek and the Turkish politics. So they come across and I enjoyed it. But when that girl goes up here, trust me, it's horrible, mate. Like, she doesn't let anyone talk. All she does is just bag the Turks. I get offended as a Turkish person, mate.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I'm talking more about the algorithm. Getting it to Australia means that there would have been some sort of viewers from there. But I get it. I mean, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
I reckon if you done like every week, say a couple of days before you went on live, just advertise what you're going to talk about, the subject or the agenda. Trust me, people will look forward to it.
Let's give it a go, man. Look, you said it.
You used to do it so far. Do you remember in Cyprus you used to do it?
I know, it's just the timing is the problem now.
Schedule it. Put something in advance. I mean, but I think if you want to get it sort of juicy, then the topic needs to be quite relevant and niche. It could be a debate. The debate to end all debates: was EOKA a terrorist organisation? How about that? Something like that.
That will cause a lot of
argument. The people who come up on a live have got
Yeah.
a sense of humour anyway, so you don't need a girl like that who's just a racist. Like, everyone who goes up here has a laugh and we banter and shit stir each other and have a laugh and bag the Turks, bag the Greeks. We could do that because I'm Turkish and you're Greek. Like, I don't get offended when a Greek bags me or when I bag a Greek. But when you got a Vietnamese girl bagging the Turks, mate, it doesn't make sense.
Well, like I said, she's probably had her heart broken by a tall, dark, handsome Turk, and she wants to take it out on us.
Escape. I think
She's got
the
hatred,
opposite.
mate. She's got real
I think
hatred.
she fell in love with a Greek Cypriot guy, but he was probably married, and that's borrowing her heart. That's my
I
theory.
think she's a pretty clever person, yeah? I reckon she's a clever person. She's either putting an act on,
I think
to
you're
shit
about the
stir
only one that
everyone,
thinks she's clever.
or she really believes in her. So it's one of the two, yeah? And she doesn't let anyone talk, yeah? Like, she just goes up there and just it waffles on, or for half an hour, you can't get a word in. And then you start losing people.
And that's it, Cypriot?
Cypriot. I told you say it that way. We don't speak proper English in Australia. The Poms do.
No, that's your dialect. Everyone has different one.
Yeah.
I
we
personally
say
can't understand Irish dialect. It's so hard to understand.
it is hard. Well, the Australian accent's pretty rough as well, isn't it?
No, it's not too bad. Have you heard anyone speaking with Irish dialect?
Everyone should just love each other and learn to live with each other, and that island should be united, and that's it.
And then another's gonna say, "Yeah, Cyprus is Turkish at the end." You're so biased.
Look, I believe the only solution in Cyprus, like me, yeah. Look, I don't hate Greeks, I don't hate Cypriots, yeah. I absolutely love them, yeah. But I reckon the only solution is a two-state solution, because I can't see that island uniting.
But last
It's
week you said we should unite.
Yeah, it'd be good to see the island unite, but
yeah,
I just can't see it happening. Honestly, have a look at the Greek side. How many army bases is there now? You got the French there.
I don't think French is there.
Oh, they are. 100% they are.
I don't think so. What do you think, Escape? Are they there? Shaheen, Escape.
Yeah, I've heard that the French are involved
Yeah.
too now. Yeah,
So how,
they got
how
base
is
now?
Turkey gonna?
not so
how
much
is Turkey
base,
gonna
but
unite?
access to. Yeah,
And then you got Greece threatening Turkey with war. All right.
Yeah, that is getting
Over the
really
Mediterranean.
serious.
So I personally believe in the next 10 years, Turkey will go to war with Greece and Israel and Cyprus. I really believe that, and it's going to happen.
I don't see it, to be honest.
It will.
I don't
So,
think anything will happen. It will stay as it is, everything.
yeah, but the world's changed, Janan. The world's changed. It's not the same world it was 10 years ago. Yeah, the world's gone crazy. Everyone's arming each other. Everyone's arming at the moment. What for? To go to war. That's why.
But there was an army in one of the Greek islands, and they took the army off, so they're not in the island anymore. There's no arms in the island anymore.
On the Greek islands.
Mm.
Yeah, but they got patriots there, and they got missile launchers, and so I don't know. It's not good anyway. It's not good. I reckon with the Cyprus leader in charge, that island won't get united. He's a goose.
John, what do you think? You'll call it a night?
Yeah, should we call it a night, guys?
It's only 8:30 in the morning here.
So what do you do over there, Ender?
I'm in the gambling industry.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got venues with poker machines and that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne.
Oh wow. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a big there's a bit of a push for that here in the UK. High street.
It's not good, but it's pretty bad because it breaks up a lot of families and gambling and that. It's actually not good. Like in Melbourne, we've only had it for the last 30 years. Before that, like it was banned, but it's not good, man. It's horrible. It really is.
So how did you get into it?
I used to have Turkish wog bars. We call it wog bars, coffee shops where they play
Okay.
cards and that.
Yeah.
And 30 years ago, then it just grew from there. And then I started buying licensed venues and pubs and stuff like that. And then I got into the poker machines.
Wow.
Fucking
Yeah.
dirty bastard.
But and believe it or not, in those the Turkish bars, it was all Greeks and Turks gambling. It was so
Yeah,
weird.
it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Turks and Greeks, bro. But yeah. See, we've got a big Turkish Cypriot community here, and a Greek one, and they hate each other here.
Yeah.
Like the Cyprians in this country are more right wing than the ones in Turkey or Cyprus.
I mean,
So,
do
I don't
they
get it.
hate each other or do they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Really?
100% they do. See, there's Turkish soccer clubs too. So when a Cyprian Turkish club that plays a Greek side, mate, it's all in, mate.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's like I think that comes from their parents too. Yeah, the kids were taught like because I've got Greek friends. Yeah, I've got a lot of Cypriot friends as well. I find the Cypriots, the Greek Cypriots, are more right wing than the Greeks. Yeah, it's
Boys and
sad.
girls, let's I'm gonna close it, but thank you very much, everybody. Have a good evening.
Thanks,
Ender,
Sof.
I'll speak to you again, mate.
Yep,
Speak to
no
you next
worries, my
time.
friend. I love you all, mate. You're doing a good job, mate. It's a top life, you know. I
Thank you.
absolutely enjoy it.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye.